Already starting with the Tekken reference or a Soul Calibur if you want, but with the Wilnas on their side.
Indeed, it is a minimum of 7 sets to qualify. Thank you for reminding me to do the one thing that I ask my players to do that they never do, and that's read the start page. But BLaggen be swinging right now, of course, with the Avatar Belial. While running, though, jumps on in there. And I've actually played this matchup a few times when I was, like, grinding Avatar Belial after his rework about a year ago, I want to say, at this point.
Okay.
And this is a very explosive matchup. Avatar Belial has to be right like 4 or 5 times to kill Wilnas. Wilnas just needs 2 hits, and you're dying like this.
Yeah, Wilnas is just like, it's just like the electric fly trap. As soon as like you're in the grip on their volcanic knee all the way into the corner, go ahead and bring it down with the connection fly. Going to be while running, taking that first round. So that's one thing I'm going to ask you though, if you've been playing with the Avatar Belial versus Wilnas. What are you looking for that Wilnas is going to do that really helps against Avatar Belial?
Namely, I'm always like, shout out reversals because Wilnas players, they just love letting it rip, but also in neutral, right? Like I can't get too comfortable with my zoning pattern because if Wilnas is able to close the gap using that advancing punch of his, then of course you're going to be caught out of neutral, and your defense with the fuzzy high-low blocks has to be on point. If it's not, you're just going to be taking hits that you can't afford to take with Belial, given the fact that you are spending your life just like BLaggen did there off of that command throw, in order to get more damage. Are the anti-air jab into the stabilization? Beautiful is the right word for it, Risky Sweeps, as that's a round for BLaggen.
Yeah, that's one of the things you got to watch out for. You know when to get those hits in and know when to get the Raging Strike, Raging Chain afterwards, because you can realign everything on it and you get that guaranteed damage, which is more than enough to tie up the round count.
Yes, indeed. While running, though, gets started off. We block the low. Triple strike overhead connects. We try to roll through, but that's not the correct option, it seems, at least for that particular interaction. While running now. Gets the roll, and yet again, BLaggen is there, intercepting and counter-hitting it. Sustaining a lot of damage here, but this is scary, right? Like, this is an even game, believe it or not. Like, the health bars are lying, all right? Oh, but the backdash!
Well, not lying anymore. Not lying anymore. We got the confirm in there. It's going to be BLaggen taking that first match.
Pretty graceful stuff right there, creating that extra bit of space to then throw out that far heavy whiff punishing while running. So BLaggen showing like how things go in the case of Avatar Belial. We're able to catch right here. Things get a little ugly as we're not quite able to find much with the 5U charge, but comes the knockdown, running up the health, no escape from the throw. Another one.
One thing I want to point out with like while running was definitely trying to be preemptive on some of those rolls, maybe expecting some of those Avatar Belial buttons like on the shootout, maybe shooting out the laser and getting away from it, not falling for it in any slightest from BLaggen. We're already down another round on their side.
I mean, look at that too. Like the amount of damage that Belial, Avatar Belial that is, did to himself in that combo is one of the reasons why I found this to be one of the most stressful matchups. Because you also have to understand, like, by the time I was picking up Avatar Belial, it was also like the Wilnas release patch. So everybody was trying out Wilnas. So I mean, I just had tons of experience of going, oh damn, if I lose like one interaction, there goes the round almost, unless my defense is perfect from then on. And the spacing from while running is also just not quite so perfect. Look at these anti-airs from BLaggen though, super consistent with it.
Absolutely, like on the way down on there was like able to realize that like, oh yeah, you can't do anything about it. I have the moves to make it work here. We're gonna go ahead with the follow-up all the way into the corner. We're gonna have to go ahead for a reset in there, but the anti-air for while running, that's using your head.
Yeah, a Wilnas player using their head. We've got it seen it here first. Never before has a Wilnas player made such effective use of their cranium, as some would accuse.
Catching on it with the throw. We're going to go in for the pleasant dive. We're going to get the follow-up on here and go all the way into the corner. Again, using a little bit of health in there for the reset.
Yep. Oh, and look at that. We're able to actually catch out the stance follow-up. Might have been the command throw. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But BLaggen still has the full hit. And, well, somebody's dying at the end of this combo. And if it's not going to be this Wilnas, it's certainly going to be this Avatar Belial. We go into Super Skybound Arch. The follow-up here, BLaggen should have the round. And with it,
yeah, using that subwoofer system. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name on there, but either way, let's go ahead, let's battle up, let's get the dashes on.
Dashes on Vidril, a Canadian competitor. It would seem Akhos. I'm gonna have to see if they're also Canadian or if we got someone from the US of A or perhaps even another country. Because sometimes we do get some Latin American representation in these brackets as well. And in this Yuel mirror match, I'm just pulling up. First time these two have played in a bracket, so let's get acquainted nice and personal as we just find which is the better Yuel. And we even got a scheme here of white versus dark, you know?
Oh yeah, all there, and right now the light is winning on that. Going to go ahead, use the Raging Chain, has 100% meter to use that Skybound are in the end. That should be more than enough to get First Blood.
First Blood is drawn, like you said. Vidril, out from British Columbia, has been able to get some pretty high placements, actually, like a 4th place finish at TNS number 60 earlier for Granblue. 2nd at the Starlight Ascension number 22 as well in that particular one, making appearances as well in events like Curry Cup. I'll get some Akhos data in just a moment. Actually, champion of Who Turned Out the Lights for Street Fighter V, excuse me, back in 2025. Were you playing Street Fighter V back then? That's crazy. First though for Granblue in the Akhos' birthday bash. That's crazy. You hosted a birthday bash that you won.
That's the side tournament scheme for sure on that. But this time it is going to be Vidril with the Skybound art on there. Akhos has at least like enough to get a U skill out on there if they so very much need it. And going to call out the DP option on there, but not for very long. We go with the backswing, sweep out with the low, and get the confirm for game number 1 for Vidril.
Yeah, that could be the tricky thing about fighting a Yuel with the back to the mid screen is like you're basically looking for 2 different reversals that require different options in order for you to check them as it is. So now Vidril with the momentum here, gonna get started. Feints with the back special, but here we go. Akhos gets a throw, stagger pressure. And look at that call out, actually. I mean, that's how you know you're playing Yuel mind games. Like, I know you're gonna retreat, let me chase you.
Yeah, and especially that, like, calls out the DP on the other end, ready to get the big damage where it counts. There already half that life bar is gone. Checks out with the 3rd dance into the low and catches on it. Where are you hitting? You're not hitting the sky, and I'm hitting you instead. You should be going into a final round situation.
Yeah, Vidril so far. This is like revenge for not inviting me to your birthday bash, Akhos. You're lucky I wasn't there. Would have taken that from you. Is that what we're trying to say right now? That's not really Canadian of you. Yeah, that's code for nice.
It's your party, and you're going to cry if I say you do at this. Going to go in for the reset, into the throw. Check out with the 3rd dance into the low one more time. Unfortunately, that throw is going to whiff as you clear up in the air, and more damage is incoming your way.
You're having a lot of throw techs here in these situations where Vidril is just going for these big jump-ins. Akhos is going to be put into a guess for game situation. Strike or throw, which will it be? Overhead, and a 2nd serving as well. Vidril is going to take the Yuel mirror match. Gran of Granblue? EX?
Oh, yeah, the Gran X on here. Been a minute on there. It's definitely, I know Riazzo's pulled out the Gran EX from time to time on there, especially having use of that 1-button DP can definitely go a long way, but it's going to be the confirm from downtown into the corner, starting things for Altraduck.
Unknownmac in the corner has to find their way out as we just cycle through various options here. And just as soon as we get a little bit of room to poke back, Altraduck not letting anything go, we take another throw, but Unknownmac, I mean, basically down to a chip kill, tries to escape with the vault. 6XL comes through and secures the round for Ultra.
Yeah, Altraduck trying to do a lot of things to keep outside of the range of it. Unfortunately, one thing about it is you're not outside of Anila's range. You got the 2U on there, you got throwing out to the other side, you got the cross-up situation like we see with like jumping off of the sheep just like that. You were just 1 hit away from getting sheep.
Oh, but you're also just 1 hit away from this full jump-in combo. Altraduck's going to extend. And I mean, looking really good right now, pulling up some of their data. This would be like the 4th tournament on record for Altraduck. And they're already playing like really strong with this Gran EX. Unknownmac though has a chance to shine. Over 70 tournaments on record. Goes for the throw shimmy. Good defense from Altraduck. Oh, we whiff punish a 2H. That was a little too mistimed, it seems. Altraduck now should be able to close out this round into the Super Skybound art.
That is so unfortunate for Unknownmac on there. Had the right idea, which is a little bit outside of the trajectory on that. Had a great combo into the wall bounce into a potential reset situation. Was not able to get the conversion in the end. But every round, every match is a new one. Maybe try again on this. This time getting the low into a light confirm.
Jab, checking out. Chief are going to win out there. They clash, and there it goes. Unknownmac with the experience, able to cancel into a throw, winning out. But look at these spot dodges from Altraduck, just able to deal with this flock of sheep. If we're not able to deal with the reversal mash, we cross up, get the counter hit after the fireball, and Unknownmac with a round on the board. We might be seeing our first game 3 of the day, if Unknownmac has anything to say about it.
Well, it just means more matches for us to watch, and I'm more than happy to see that happen. However, Altraduck trying to turn things around here, jump off the sheet from Unknownmac to go ahead and get the side switch on there with the back throw of Altraduck's own. We are vying for this corner.
Ooh, not quite able to stabilize into a full confirm just yet, but Unknownmac does have Altraduck in the corner, gets the launcher as well with that medium skill. Bust the sheep!
Sheep are coming out of everywhere on that. Just the one thing about that was like definitely changing up the timing a little bit to expect the dodge from Altraduck in there. Got hit with the sheep as it was still active at that point. However, it may not even matter because we got into our Skybound arch. Want to go ahead and bring it down, show off the swords. He went to the knife shot.
With that cash out, Altraduck takes us to a final round here in game number 3. Oh, and again, like Unknownmac is either whiffing these 2Hs or getting counter hit on startup, just not quite able to pick the correct option. Maybe it's worth using Anila's DP as the anti-air instead in some of these situations anyway. But we get the launch again. Gonna be a good chunk of damage. Unknownmac cashing out with some of the EX skill cooldowns.
Got 3 wall bounces off of that before hitting the combo limit on it. Unfortunately, though, Altraduck is going to catch you onto the other side. Going to take up the lead, put Unknownmac into Super Skybound Art territory as we go ahead. Try to get the confirm, but no dice on the second hit.
No dice. We tech the throw manually. We're just going to hold space. Able to get in, convert off of that counter hit, stabilize with a Raging Strike and Chain, and Unknownmac is able to find victory right in the jaws of defeat. And we got a game 3 situation in our ladder. This could have big implications down the line, but we'll have to see. The defense so far from Altraduck. We bust out with the DP. First time we've been showing off that 5U of EX Gran.
Oh, and again, this time too early on the spot dodge and got hit with the active sheep on there afterwards. Still not stopping in the slightest here. We're going to go ahead with the confirm, get all the way to the corner. It's an incredible amount of corner carry from that simple combo.
Mac defending, gets thrown shimmy as well. Not even a punish. We just got hit by the cross-up, but I mean, sometimes, you know, you're going for the throw when you're trying to anticipate your option being successful. So you're not thinking about what could they do to make this fail, and then, you know, look for that. And there we go. It takes it from the Unknownmac's own medicine here, catching Altraduck's whiff 2H. Gonna extend the combo with these JUs. Set up.
A little bit of acupuncture in the sky as we go on. Try to go in. We're trading up the cross-up this time. This time going to get denied with a Raging Strike. No BP left, and you are in chip damage territory. It doesn't matter, though. A clean hit is going to move into set point for Altraduck.
Battle 2. Engage.
Oh my god. We hit the 2H, but it wasn't an airborne counter hit. And there's another one, actually. Altraduck's finding these anti-airs, so Unknownmac has to think twice about these aerial approaches.
That was incredibly deep, but a beautiful dodge on there coming in. We're just going to go ahead and block it, get the red sparks out of there like it's still the 4th of July, using the last little bit of those fireworks as we take over the corner.
There we go, we get the counter hit, but we don't confirm off of that wall bounce. So much damage left on the table. Unknownmac blocks the jump this time after the defensive throw tech was evaded. Sitting in some sheep. Another ultimate skill, a perfectly timed spot dodge again from Duck. Causes Unknownmac to whiff. We get the connection right here. Altraduck has the wall. This is it.
Yep, there it goes. Go ahead. You don't even need a cinematic. You just need that final hit on the end to get the finish and get to the 7-game limit. And we're going to go try to go the distance and try to one-up each other to get those top spots here. But in the meantime, though, we have the ladder to focus on. The present. Tubbie versus the Pure Boy is incoming to our eye sockets right now.
Our first appearance of Zooey and Narmaya both on the stream, and Zoe's been in a really good state. A lot of Zooey mains have been cooking in this version of the game, just with the buffs to like her lightning, changes her vertical spinning slash, you can see right there. And Tubbie should be feeling very comfortable in this matchup against Pure Boy, rocking that EX Narmaya. They've played 3 times before in other Paragon ladder brackets, and Tubbie has always been the victor. But Pure Boy has been able to take a game. They've been able to take a game in 2 of those sets.
Yeah, enough time in there to Yeah, got the combo limit onto the other side, but it's going to be this confirm in here. Get to the crumple state, take over the corner for Pure Boy sub on here, and has 100% to work with here for a potential reason, or just use it for the Skybound art into at least get a little over half that life bar gone, and a couple of those great CP as well from Tubbie.
Yes, I mean, 2 points stricken away from Tubbie. Extra 50% damage on every single hit Pure Boy gets. This is a very doable comeback, but not if you get whiff punished like that. Now we are worrying about chip kill. That's why we set up the negative edge, saying, all right, if you block it, you die. If you spot dodge, thinking it's going to come out immediately, you walk.
Yeah, really hard to deal with that on the situation here, but we're just going to check in there with the far lights coming in. Crisscross to the other side, and into the 6-6H. The armor point coming in quite handily.
These far heavies from Tubbie have just been catching Pure Boy out of these like little bit of delays, trying to bully this Narmaya in the corner with the Wyvern. Another one, interrupting the ultimate skill. And we're just going to go for a couple of jabs, setting up for a jump. They go in for the side swap here. Pure Boy going to unleash tons of damage. Not enough to really equalize things, but I mean, if she could from that situation, we have another discussion.
We would have a lot, like, we would have multiple debates on that at this point. But we're going to go ahead and use the BP, put Tubbie at 1 BP, so a little bit extra damage is on the line at this point. But just needs one more hit to be able to complete the job and get game number 1. I'm using that last BP to try to get into the approach and use the U skill too.
We get the jump in. They'll be able to block. The triple strike comes through, and finally we let rip with the DP. Pure Boy not only would have had to have baited it, but would have had to call it out hard with the spot dodge. So I really like that choice, going for that reversal from Tubbie, because it's such an option that Pure Boy has so few answers against, just with the fact that Narmaya was down to chip kill range, so a block would have gotten you killed as well.
Yes, indeed, on here. We're back into it. 1 up to Tubbie as we go in. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Dragon F-150 out onto the field here. Use a little bit of that extra of Dragon power in there, and actually calling it out with the anti-air, being able to set that up as we go in further with the U skill into the combo. We go. Going to have to set up for a 1 more touch situation.
And the limit is reach. We drop the lightning. Going for a shimmy of sorts, and we're just doing tons of damage through chip. Pure Boy tries to close in with that 6XL, but Tubbie finishes it off with the perfect. Just needs 1 more round to keep going strong in this bracket. Are we about to see 5-0 record for Tubbie?
Might very well be on the 5-0, but we're going triple attack. Going to get in with the overhead. Gets another little clip Azure, and we're just calling with the Setsuna. Just going with the fall. Pure Boy with the EX Narmaya on there. So gives access to the from the E skill for Setsuna at that point.
Probably seeing those diagonal follow-ups to that skill. A little bit of extra value on those pokes from the range, and look at this, actually we're able to connect with the 2M, side swap into the corner. We got full Skybound gauge, spend the Raging Strike, maximum combo, which is a kill. Very nice optimization from Pure Boy.
Yeah, if you have any reason to play EX Narmaya, it definitely just have fun with the damage that can come out from the results of that, from that nice little block in there to get a huge conversion out to play in there, keeping the game.
Oh, the dash heavy actually using that shield to potentially endure any sort of counter poke from Pure Boy. Oh, what a mash! You had lightning sitting on top of you and you just said, I'm not scared of you, Rain Man.
Nope. I have the weather channel. I know what's coming down. Light on Setsuna in there, just stopping just short of the way in there. Put the Sonic Spin Ball onto the playing field, and they're going to dodge on Dragon. And on the second one, well timed on that to avoid the laser afterwards. But it's going to end the confirm afterwards. Pure Boy tying up the match count.
Believe in victory.
This is the 3rd time in a row Pure Boy has been able to take Tubbie into a Game 3 situation in these Paragon ladder brackets. But where is that next game? Where is that second victory to actually take the set over Tubbie? Pure Boy's going to have to try and find it right here and now to put a win on the board in this head-to-head matchup. Tubbie, so far though, is trying to play all kinds of denial. However, serve themselves with an excellent spot dodge from Pure Boy.
Let me help myself to the IC machine on it. It's self-service after all. Going to go in. Doesn't get the connecting flight on there afterwards. Unfortunate here, but both players have Skybound are at least ready for that. Tubbie on the super range for that.
Positioning with the ult skill. Pure Boy able to bait out the Brave counter. Not able to find a kill from that pickup. Punish. The Tubbie. This will be a crazy comeback to make, but the turn. Not quite a chip kill just yet. The Tubbie's got one more block in the chamber. Ooh, bust out with the ultimate skill. Block this.
Yeah, thrust it out on there. Tubbie was being very precautious on there, just waiting for Pure Boy to make maybe a whiff punish opportunity appear on it, and Pure Boy was having none of it.
Oh, I see you. I'm only negative if I'm a coward. Just gonna bust out with the DP as soon as we end the turn. Get some plus frames, but we get denied.
Catch in the air, just get in there with the close light. Trying to check it out. This time going in with the 6-6L into the bind section and going to go into the Dragon Am on here. This is going to be big damage, CD.
Big indeed. We're going to drop the Skybound Arc, stripping a Brave point away from Pure Boy. Still has 2 left, but not a lot of life. For the overhead, absolutely cheeky from Tubbie, especially with no lightning down. I mean, if that's blocked, you're taking quite a bit of damage as a punish.
Definitely a risk you have to take on that at this point there if you're trying to feel good about it. Oh, catch on the little bit of love tap on the feet, and we're going to dodge on the approach. Does this hit? No, it does not. Oh, no.
Wrong anti-air for the wrong time, Pure Boy. Is it going to happen again? No, we run underneath the spinning slash. Gonna get some damage right here. We catch a jump, keeping this Zooey under duress. But the dash heavy actually from Tubbie, able to win out.
Alright, dodge a little bit too early, so he got hit with the triple lightning on there. Enough time to send out the Dragon Pokemon, but the confirm coming in for Pure Boy at least gets a little bit of a mark.
Lightning catches, not much of a confirm afterwards. Tubbie, though, very low on that Dragon Gauge. And oh no, we thought we had the pick of the first hit connected, but it was the follow-ups sweep that weren't actually a combo. And so Pure Boy gives a punish opportunity over to Tubbie. Has to endure this corner. We got just enough Dragon Gauge to bully with these heavy breaths. We're sandwiched for the moment. Over the whip punish! Pure Boy, is this it?
Turned it around like an Uno reverse card in the end, just biding their time to get away on it. And I see you all redeeming those Maturino codes on there. Keep it coming. We still got quite a few of those to go before I start thanking you for claiming all those codes.
All right, taking a full pickup right here. Xninebreaker has Roarin in the corner. And this is a classic Narmaya, so we're going to be seeing those stance switches between Dragonfly and Butterfly. Oh, wake up, Ashen. That's a 2B way.
Yeah, go into the crumple state all the way through here. Just going to go in, feel to stretch it out like an air hockey puck, sliding across to the eastward corner and going to call out with the whip punish opportunity. Great chance to even up the life counter, maybe give a little bit of advantage.
Indeed, one overhead into the low. Xninebreaker expecting more on the helmet. Roarin now. Goes for the just frame baseball swing, but that's just telegraph for Xninebreaker to bust out with the SSBA. Catching him.
It's like, oh, you're at the batting cages too? I can swing a bat too. Check it out here. Slice, slice, slice. Gonna go right in, get the first blood for the next round as well.
Radiant strike and chain just to stabilize and extend. Xninebreaker gonna run up. A lot of strikes coming on through. Roarin not quite getting caught out for it just yet, but here it is. The jump in, getting a punish. Full skill gauge as well from Roarin, so what toolkit do we want to go for? We go for the gravity well, but Xninebreaker techs it. However, the Setsuna yet again with punish. So Roarin equalizing the life bars. Oh, what a bait. And you got the Volt out on this as well to extend.
Yeah, so it's going to be able to get all the way through, get a little bit extra damage. Go ahead, use that Skybound art on there. Cinematic time. Bring out all the pods in here. One BP left here for Xninebreaker as we go and set up the Vortex on there into the black hole. Trying to reach out of it. Could have been a very dangerous situation, but it's going to be the anti-air in the end for Roarin to take it down for the round.
Battle 3. Engage.
Gee, you tired of your anti-airs whipping? Just play 2B, man. Like, it's going to cover, like, the entire stratosphere. You know, sometimes like you just bring the wrong 2H to the fight.
Oh, yeah, no. 2H from 2B will be, that at least covers half of Europe, right?
Oh, we got the second just frame there, thanks to the added bounce to the claw. But Xninebreaker is able to fight way through. Keeps the combo going on the ground for extended period of time. Launches with a Raging Strike and Chain. Same side. Good block there from Roarin. Oh, another one!
We land just in time for the 2-8 to come and meet your maker on. It has the meter to make it worth. Going to fire off the pew lasers in the end. One more interaction should be neat enough to close it if you can find that opportunity.
I like to check that the Xninebreaker, but yet again! I think Xninebreaker is trying to go for like some of these jumps on Oki situations as like a form of a shimmy. And Roarin is not falling for it, not pressing like a fuzzy mash, not pressing like a throw tech. Instead just looking and seeing what Xninebreaker does. Is, oh, you're above me? Cool. Hold this.
Yeah, and like we haven't really seen any like teleport shenanigans for that, and there hasn't had a chance to really set that up. Maybe you're trying to delay it just to avoid the time of Roarin and just having none of it. However, this time we do get the jump in the cross on there. We go ahead, take over the corner. First opportunity for this match to be able to take control.
Strong start here for Xninebreaker. Another Crescent Moon coming through. Roarin with the BC. Doesn't actually go for the side swap. I'm surprised that pod reached, and Xninebreaker gets opened up low. Plenty of skills on that gauge. Spooky situation, but what a match.
What a match, and we got the crumple on there, so go ahead, bring out the wire, get all the way over to the westward corner, catches it with the 2U, crumple state, you know what? That looked like fun, let me do it to you.
And the side swap as well, followed by the immediate run up Crescent Moon for a throw crush. And so Xninebreaker ties up the round, excuse me, takes the round lead in this second game.
Dash up low on there, tried and true from 2Bs everywhere. We now got control of the corner and the confirm on there afterwards here. Gonna get that combo limit pretty early. What's the setup on there afterwards? We're trying to bait out a throw and gets it on there afterwards here. Not enough to get that Skybound art here, but maybe get up for another setup.
The setup is just that light into heavy assault. This time with the earlier cancel, catching Xninebreaker. And so now it's set point here for Roarin. They close it out.
They're on that. We're already getting it, like throwing out with the like with the special one more time, but the confirm from Xninebreaker not out of it yet. We're at least back into neutral.
Oh, but again, these Setsunas, right? Like you're just creating these situations where Xninebreaker wants to control the ground, is trying to be proactive. But Roarin is just taking advantage of that, saying, okay, I'm just going to go airborne, avoid that. And if Xninebreaker was just playing a little slower, looking to be reactive in some of these instances, might not be letting some of these jump-ins be so free, but that's the other issue, right? We saw Roarin show why it's so hard to anti-air 2B. After all, like, you could just jump, float with pod, and oh no, it's looking pretty dire now for Xninebreaker.
Going to go ahead, use that Raging Chain on there afterwards here to finish the job. It's going to be Roarin with 2-0, moving on with another win under their belt.
First Vira of the night, though, with Char Char real smooth sign up for this bracket, which I actually haven't seen him like at all in these sets. Has he even played a single game? Char Char, did you sign up just to not even pull up? I'm gonna talk to you later, young man.
Let no one say that Char Char does not have a perfect attendance record regardless of anything else on there. Go ahead for the U skill command, grab, install Vira.ex, try to get onto the other side of Luminera, comes in for the assist, going to get it into the 6-6-8 into the corner here, and oh, that's going to be combo limit for another setup.
Yep, indeed, and it's funny that we got a mirror match of Vira's as well. Yo, red versus blue. Blue says, get out of the sky. I don't need an install to fight you.
The Blood Gold Canyon on here. Throwing out, like in there, going in for the 6-6L early on, and again, enough time in there. Great spot dodge coming from LiveWarrior on the blue side.
LiveWarrior now just trying to keep nameroc under duress here. We BC out against that JL. Another one is spent just as we invest some Skybound gauge. Spot dodge, however, it keeps you too close. LiveWarrior, I don't need the install like you. That's no good.
Keeping it real on there, and already getting away from the 2-1-4 on there, catching with that light from LiveWarrior, but not going to get much else for it. nameroc is still Zerg rushing ahead.
All right, BC pushing back, anti-airing with that close heavy. nameroc off to a pretty strong start here, so does the Lumiere. Low will connect, LiveWarrior not blocking at the ankles. Full combo extension here. We should be able to get a kill with the Skybound art. Transform. Combo limits reached. Lower damage one because it was the install transformation.
Yeah, still have to put in the work, but that's going to reach on the way down there. The air unblockable going to bring it into a round for nameroc.
Escape. Drop the Luminaire, 6XM, just to prevent them from escaping.
Early on in here, we are just trading out the far lines, trying to find it in there with the Scarlet Oath. Nothing on the whiff opportunity on there, but uses Arcane afterwards here for nameroc to go in, get it close in there, and get the throw afterwards enough to summon Luminaire yet again into another air unblockable situation.
LiveWarrior, doesn't want to hold the mix, but however, that might be better, giving you a chance to block and defend against it instead of getting yourself trapped in the sky, so that nameroc just gets a guaranteed follow-up here. Ultimate Luminaire gets us the crouching. We're going to go ahead and extend this, using this to go basically coast to coast. Finally get the wall bounce. However, LiveWarrior, no more resources left. There's a single brave point to their name. They clash. A jab at that range wins out for LiveWarrior.
Try to get the approach, but we spot dodge on the Vira EXE. Install in there. nameroc has to try to buy their time. Gets in with the Scarlet Oath on there. The follow-up is going to be all you need for nameroc to get game number 1.
All right, nameroc does take it with that install. Very end of the game. Zell, we run up. Button mash tech from LiveWarrior. Here comes another throw. Both sides, just sort of trading the same blows and damage.
You know what the other person has on there. Definitely going to try to reach him. We've seen a lot of far light in there, reaching out with the 5M as well. And this time going to connect with the 6-6L, but can't get any conversion on there. A follow-up coming in from nameroc. But the patience in there, saw the U skill, the U coming out from nameroc and just punished out by LiveWarrior.
DC, get off of me. We don't want to hold the pressure after that old skill. However, you will be holding this damage from 6XL. nameroc sets up Luminaire and gets the cross up as well just at the last moment. So LiveWarrior, not trying to go for that jump again because it didn't work out so well for them. And, well, he didn't find another proactive way of contesting the situation. nameroc now at that point.
Coming out, screaming out, you know what, it looked good, let me change it out here. Going to get in with jump in and immediately use the BP on there just to get away from the Darkane. Kind of a wise move on here just to go ahead and set the neutral.
Catch him with the run up. nameroc now is going to have the knockdown. Luminaire comes through. Oh, DP. It's perfectly baited. nameroc now not able to find the game-finishing kill off of it.
Yeah, probably knew it was not going to kill if he followed up with the Raging Chain on there. That hit from that distance, from down. You only need a simple love tack to complete the job, and nameroc is
going up with the Meg versus DaengDrake. Going up with our second Zooey of the day.
Yeah, like at our first Meg as well. Always excited to see, especially with Zooey play. Been a fan of this character for some time, and especially with the people who have been sticking with Meg. I've been a fan of how they've been trying to play it into the setup here. So we're going to see how it deals in it as they're kind of trying to deal with the dragon shenanigans that Zooey can bring up.
Yeah, pop off, please. This is such a long intro, man. They just gotta milk it. I love it.
Get in all your oxygen before the match begins. Into the big counter hit to begin things with a 5H.
Strong start here for Ryan. Putting DaengDrake up in the corner.
Sets up Mario with the setup on there afterwards. We're nothing up for it. We're just trying to get the approach in there, keep it the lockdown in the corner. We try to get the start up, but get snuffed out of the way thanks to the dragon skill.
Quite working out just yet. Here we go. Ryan should be able to close this out off of this combo here. Drop the Skybound. All right, so far the Sharks have it up over the Dragons.
It's a real Legend of the Hidden Temple situation on here. Try to go in there in the 2M to start things off. Nothing for it. Just a little bit of a punish into variety. It's going to be the 6XL for Drake to get in there. Was maybe worried about the Dragon meter. Just wanted to make sure they have enough to really start an offense in there. That 6K is definitely going to help.
Now BC, get off of me. 2M is going to interrupt here, but look at that Ryan just not even letting DaengDrake get close enough to start off some offense. Now we're seeing Drake come out trying to zone. With Fireball will interrupt Ryan's approach. Triple strike is blocked on that overhead. Oh my gosh, but what an option they're actually catching.
Same side, a little bit of a pause delay on there, trying to catch a low in there, but it's going to be the 2M catching on the other side. Gonna like call it out at the very end. Take a round for Drake's self.
Battle 3. Engage.
Right, game point here. Yo, round start 5U, that's some disrespect. And I mean, Ryan smelled blood in the water. Immediately hunted Drake down.
Sometimes you gotta test it out there. It's like, what if I just do it? What if I make it happen on there? We're gonna call it another whip punish on the approach in there. Too early for the Dragon M to come out, and they're going to give Ryan a whole opportunity into the Raging Chain, take over the corner, set up Mari for the follow-up on there. I like that option from Drake with the 6H on there. However, Ryan was expecting it, blocked it, and gets the punish as a result.
Yeah, not quite able to actually get DaengDrake to eat the support cannon fire. It doesn't matter, you're going to be eating this with the stagger pressure right there as Ryan takes the first game on Drake.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Yeah, we still believe in victory on here, trying to go at it early. Maybe a missed input on there, or maybe trying to get some Dragon meter a little bit early. Drake gets punished early on into the corner. We go for Ryan.
Yeah, we got the cannonball coming on down, so Drake has to respect this offense. Big flash. Drake with the better cancel option. Wins out. And we walk right underneath the jump in, push back by the lightning, respect the old fireball. Let me show you mine.
Happy to throw out the Dragon on there afterwards with the light version. Get the hit, follow with the bisection. Gonna go in, and I like that use from Ryan, being able to get the follow-up, just approach it. It's like, I don't care about your neutral with the Dragon. I'm just gonna skip all of that, get to the good stuff.
That fireball comes through. We try to go for the throw crush. Ryan, though, able to follow up, taking advantage of the plus frames.
Battle 2.
Now this is a set point for Ryan. DaengDrake. He stabilized. Oh, another punish on the dash heavy. Too hard of a read, it seems.
2M goes a long way. It just it's one of those buttons that is great with opportunity coming in for Ryan. But now put it into the corner, into the 2M. Not going to get anything else on the Dragon on there afterwards here. Empty jump into the low. We're trying to check out like where the hits are. We're just going to go like back in there, trade Shark for Dragon.
Oh, and a counter hit, actually. I don't know if that was a 2H or what DaengDrake was going for, but too slow of an option. Oh, the 6XM connects, opens up Drake. We get the follow-up with the cannonball as well, and there it is. Ryan with his Meg. Spacing trap, you think? And then I go misread that.
Wing and NicatheStar coming to the plate. Two characters we haven't seen tonight here. We got ourselves a Grimnir and Cagliostro coming to the stage. Let those intros rock on there. A little bit of... Go to give Grimnir an opportunity to soliloquy. Hold on here. Like that, just going to let that happen on here. Wing, I believe has the... Let's see what that record has been tonight on there. 3-3 from Wing on there. And Nika with the 4 and 5 as well. So we're going to go right into it. Like straight in the middle. Could be something to do with like we want to try to get to the top 8 along here, but we're gonna go in with the far L, catching in with that low early on in there. Enough time to set up the trap for NicatheStar. Gonna keep Grimnir into that corner with the side switch too. Set up there, you gotta worry about it, like blocking down the airspace of Grimnir. Having to force on the block on there afterwards here. A lot of traps coming out to play into the Alexandria. Doesn't get anything on the false body, but we get the trap afterwards here. That should be the round for NicatheStar. There we go. Nice stuff in there, and I like that Nika would just immediately, like, you know what, you're going to be in the air, you Grimnir. You only come down to refuel the tank on there afterwards here, so you might as well set it up there. First time we really got to see the Glyphs come in there, get in with the follow-up into the trap that was already set up like a Chekhov's gun. Nothing on the 2A on their wing, going to fly right back in there and give a taste of a little bit of vengeance. Oh, too early with the 2-8 coming in from NicatheStar. Wing is going to be able to get the full follow-up up here. Has a Skybound art in place. Should be, yep, okay. That was enough to kill on there, bring out the Tornado of Souls.
Battle 3, engage.
Final round here of the first game. NicatheStar and Wing both setting out their respective seals, and it's Nika who takes advantage of theirs first with these Mihen traps. Those are some cute little routing things I don't usually see from a Cagliostro as well, but now we're going to go into more or less the B&B of the corner, right?
Pay the money on there, and unfortunately nothing on the Raging Strike too far away. Gets punished in there by NicatheStar. Right into the Skybound art. Going to finish the job, at least for this round, at least for this match. Take game number 1.
Very explosively, too. I mean, just like one little slip up from Wing, and it was just back-to-back sequences from Nika in order to take down Wing in that first game. All right, we're kind of trying to find our next little bit of space right here. Nika getting a quick little 5U charge.
Go ahead and bring out the calculated on there afterwards. They're going to get the 6XL in here. Wing could not get anything for it. Enough to get the charge on there. Keep it plus afterwards with the firing of the rock.
Check on the throw. Still dealing with these traps. We block the overhead. I think things got really ambiguous twice over on that jump in, and now Nika blitzing away with this one, trying to get some payback actually against Wing. Back in October of 2025, these two played at the online local, and it was Wing who took a 2-0 over Nika, and now they meet again for the first time since in a bracket anyway here at Paragon. So let's see if Nika can bring it home.
You can already see that they've done some work against the Grimnir matchup since then, and it worked very well in that first match. We're already into set point, and they're going to use that BP just to get out of the situation. They have to set up the trap on there, get to the other side. Of course, Grimnir is going to take to the sky using the glyph, and I'm going to block on the Alexandria. Doesn't get anything for it though, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, indeed, a double Mihen set, dodge the ultimate fireball. Nice little 2L poke there from Wing just to deal with one of the traps. However, you stuck out just a little too far. The far normal reaches, and now Nika's going to get a lot of damage here. Doesn't complete the combo, but still has Oki and pressure. Can Wing escape this next sequence? That is the question.
The lockdown is immense on here. Nearly tied up here. Going to go ahead and get the confirm from Wing on here. Just like we saw in that last match. Going to take a round, keep alive.
Alive one way or another. Now we're running the offense yet again. Save the tornado. Nika not fighting just yet. Oh, counter hit though. We try to poke out with something. I think I heard an EX skill cooldown. Looks like it was teleport.
That's time to set up the glyphs on there afterwards. Nothing on the throw. It was already too high up in the air. Significant life lead coming in for Wing and go in. Go ahead and SBA to finish the job, and here's the cinematic to make sure it's a 1-to-1 now.
Just like that. I mean, Wing answering back, getting into the groove yet again.
Believe in victory.
Let's see how this final game is going to proceed with these two competitors. I mean, again, Wing would love to make this a 2-0 head-to-head record. Nika trying to get an answer back for a loss dealt more than half a year ago at this point. Coming up on a year, if anything.
Almost at the anniversary here. Would be a good present to get in this case. I'm going to go ahead and set up the big trap, but the glyph is going to easily bypass over it.
You know, actually double checking the date. Okay, it was like a day? No, it was actually 9 months to the day. Like if this set was a child of sorts, it'd be ready. if this run back was. That's kind of a crazy thing to think about, right?
It would have been, like, from that time, it's just been stewing on here as we go in, get the follow-up into the Alexandria, stay the calculated into the Skybound art, showcase in a shrine of gold to finish the job. No, one more interaction is what he can need.
Can you find that interaction, though? Force him back. The BCs are going to whiff. There's none left on either side. Any hit will do, and Wing is the one who finds it. Dashing in and getting that low 2L, and so now Nika facing a losing point. Oh my gosh, you teleport it into raw throw. That's some crazy work.
We're trying to set up the gloves very early away from the traps on there, which has put Wing into the corner in there with the follow-up on it. Really hit combo limit very early on and attempted to use the U-skill DB to get out of the situation. Nika was more than ready, and we're going to a double set point situation, CD.
Off of a perfect no less. This has been brewing for quite some time. Nika, can you bring this revenge baby home, as I can horrifically dub it?
What's this baby's name?
Revenge. Revenge. It is the night. It is vengeance.
It's like, is that with an R at the beginning? It's like, yeah,
is that with an R? With a growl, it's like 3 R's. 3 R's. Okay.
Revenge.
Revenge. Too funny here. Oh, the 2H though, that's gonna be a punish here for Wing, equalizing the life bars. Things stop a little short. We plan out the seals, but we don't have a follow-up or anything from that. Not sure if that was in the calculation Wing, but the ultimate! Nihan comes through, still keeping the turn going.
Moving in there, enough time to set up the glyphs, and there another big trap on here. Let's stop for a brief moment into the BP, gets far enough away into the side switch on here. You may live to regret that if you don't get the chip damage.
I'm trying to find the next hit. Nika trying to endure. Yo, if Nika gets hit by anything! By anything, sweet!
Anything at all, and so it goes on there. Presses at the very, had almost.
Find the scoreline right here. Morphtronic had a very strong start earlier. Is currently sitting with a 4-5 record. So has a bit of ground to catch up on if we're trying to get into a top 8 finishing position. Icebound, meanwhile, I've been playing a couple of games. I'm going to try and see if I can find them here. I don't think they're on the first page of the standings. Ultimate DP, though, you can see that right here.
Messenger from the U-skill version of that Icebound, trying to send a message early on in there. Siegfried definitely has, like, can match sword for sword and to be in this, but, like, of course, you don't have access to, like, you have the whip triple attack opportunities coming in for 2B. We're already going to use that Nelonov as we go into the corner, set up the Orcon, nothing afterwards, try to go in for a 2H opportunity, gets nothing, but Wait finds an opportunity with the Messenger, the DP coming out with EX style.
Style indeed, and Icebound 4-6 so far in this bracket. So again, would have quite a bit of work to do to catch up to some of the others. Has Morphtronic locked up in the corner. Old Fireball, sort of looking for anything from Morphtronic. There's 50% Skybound gauge, so you are thinking about the reversal from Morphtronic.
You are double jump more than it. Oh, we tried to anti-air on that. Unfortunately, was a little bit too late in the opportunity. Going to give it to Morphtronic into the combo limit. Set it up with the super jump afterwards and try to backdash away from the middle and off the projectile hitting clean.
Okay, block this. Both sides are just, look at this. Like, they get plus frames, and then they big chill, like, all right, DP. No, I'm not done. And, you know, there's a lot of history between these two, actually. They played in tournaments like WASD and most notably the Paragon line brackets from 2024 to 2026. So across 2 years of competing.
Oh my god, that would have hit. Like, if it was any other time, if it was not times up at that point, that would have hit and got the round at the end. Icebound was able to get it in anyway in there, but oh my goodness, that was terrifying.
Terrifying indeed. You know, time was up, and time was up for me to try to recount their story, but, you know, they played 4 times. Icebound has won every single set over Morphtronic, including a top 8 appearance. It was round 1 of the latter top 8 bracket. Icebound took it in a close 5-game set against Morphtronic, and so there's like the storyline that we talked about before. You're running into someone that you haven't had a chance to beat in bracket yet. You would love that opportunity to finally put an L on that record against them. Icebound, though, is just going to take some damage off of Morphtronic here. Baiting out that DP.
One more hit with the Skybound art. You got the cinematic on top of that, but you still have to do the interaction afterwards here. Keeping the Morphtronic into the corner, try to bait it out. This time the Mirage does hit on there. It's a little too far away in that last round.
The DP, but Morphtronic jumped over it and was not in a position to punish it. That's a spot dodge anything. I mean, you're at chip kill range. Wire back in, BC get off of me, and there we go, EX Fireball. With its speed, able to catch a backdash. Icebound taking game 1.
Been a tale of trying to catch these backdashes as Tubbie cannot move around as freely as Siegfried would care for at this point here. Back into the neutral in there. Throw out the projectile coming down there with the 5U from the sky from Icebound.
Dashing in, getting the heavies, DP. As soon as we get a gap in the block string. So well timed there from Icebound. We'll trying to find the next opening. Icebound just going to block it out. Ultimate DP for the flavor.
Great patience from Icebound in there, just like waiting for that. But unfortunately, try to go in there for the anti-air yet again. Morphtronic gets in with the jump in. Enough time to get the crumple state, slide across onto the west. Doesn't get the final hit on there, but at least gets the corner for a brief moment.
And that's like a hard thing about like the Tubbie matchup, because she's able to stall her air momentum either with a double jump or by holding on to pod. Like, Icebound is forced to wait and confirm that Morphtronic is actually jumping into before going for that 2H. By the time that you're reacting and realizing, okay, now I can 2H, it's already too late. The jump normal from Morphtronic, who already knew when they were going to jump in on you, is coming down and hitting. So Icebound needs to kind of consider going for DP in some of those situations, provided it's off of cooldown. They did use it a little earlier with an ultimate version before that jump in, so that might have been affecting the tools they were choosing to use to deal with Tubbie's jump ins.
Yeah, definitely have to pay attention to the resources on both sides, but Icebound especially on here if Morphtronic's keeping to the air like that. 11 seconds, we're going down to the wire yet again as Morphtronic fires off the wave.
With these round ones, man, and now at this point, Icebound doesn't need to go in, just needs to hold space. Morphtronic, you have to make something happen. The throw, DP, yeah, smart from Icebound.
Yeah.
Battle 2. Engage.
If anything else, like Morphtronic also throwing out the bomb on there just like kills a little bit more time where Icebound has to block on that. But that was then. This is now Icebound back on the offense, having to use the Brave counter from Morphtronic.
All right, staggers coming through. Now Morphtronic is going to be able to extend with the ultimate laser, taking Icebound towards this player 2 corner.
Bring out the Hammerfall, hearts on fire. Just going to go ahead and get throwing and get blocks on the Nelanov, but still can't get anything else on there afterwards here. Going to get the return back in as we try to approach, trying to bait out a whip opportunity. Icebound is not fighting.
Getting with that back special, pushing Morphtronic to the corner. Caught yet again. DP not going to be baited. The Mirage is successful. But we do check the throw afterwards.
Pull on there one more time, throw out the wire to be able to continue it. Go ahead, use that last BP on it to get it into the corner. Was able to finish the job thanks to the multi-hit in there. I was wondering for a brief second if it was going to scale down, but Morphtronic's still in it.
Still in it, still fighting the good fight. Jump. Neither side really fighting the hits they're looking for. But Morphtronic has control of center stage.
That's on the wire all the way down here. Blocked on the BP. Follow up, trying to get away from the Vidril. This time, follow up just runs up throw.
Fading back. Here we go, Morphtronic with the next pickup here.
Follow up one more time. A little chain, all that. Go ahead, use the parry into a great setup on there afterwards here, just to kind of keep it with the bombs after.
All right, we're busting out with the install actually. Okay, trying to regenerate some of this life off of any of our heavy attacks or special moves, but Morphtronic immediately interrupts it with the wire, taking us to a final game yet again.
Yeah, the rare time that we actually see that happen on there. It could have made a difference in a lot of other situations, but Morphtronic was able to make it into a Game 3 time. Another Dragon on there. Try to keep that plus on there. Icebound happy to use the BP just to get out of the situation and take their turn back for themselves. It's going to block on the Mirage coming in. It's going to be a big chunk of damage for Icebound.
It's a Siegfried damage now. Dropping with the Skybound art here. Jump in, hold the pressure. Ah, yelled the throw, no escape.
Battle 2.
Once again, set point for Icebound. Happy to bounce away from the super jump in there. And still too far away to get anything on the bomb from Morphtronic.
Oh, he tried to go for 2U, but Morphtronic with the 5H. Actually able to catch it and start up.
Use that big long stinky leg. We're going to meet air-to-air missiles all in closing in there. Use the BP to get back into the neutral situation. Vidril, you're not going to see anything of it, but this time, like you said earlier, CD, the messenger coming in as the anti-air, much better option here.
Yeah, you're just going to be able to have more iframes so that even if you are later with it, you're going to be able to usually avoid those jump-ins. Plus, you're going to get, I think, some different ranges with it as well. Maybe a little more favorable with that 2H, not to mention the faster startup compared to 2H. Either way, teching the throws. Morphtronic now down to 1 Brave Point, extra 30% damage on all of these interactions. 40 seconds left on the clock. Icebound. Oh, the counter actually comes through, intercepting that 2M. Morphtronic with the life lead, but that's on a razor-thin margin. The throw comes through. Icebound maintaining offense.
Morphtronic is trying to do everything to lock down Icebound, and like Houdini is escaping through most of it through the use of the tools to their advantage on there. The Mirage is going to hit. You can't get a follow-up on there at this time here. Just going to be able to stay in the corner, wait for the opportunity.
Still waiting. Waiting with the jump in. 7 seconds left. The Mirage from Morphtronic in that situation catches Icebound's run.
Battle 3.
Final game, final round.
We sense the urgency at the very end to try to close it out at the very end, and Morphtronic taking it all the way to this point in there. This time the messenger going to go hit again in the favor into the 6-6 L time. Use that BP to get out of the situation.
All right, Morphtronic now, trying to make up this life deficit. Good check on the throw from Icebound. Hoping the fireball does connect. Both sides more than willing to scrap it out. Still, it is slow goings in this head-to-head.
Yeah, we've been down. We've seen timeouts. We've seen close to end for like 3 of these rounds here so far. Could easily go to a 4th at this. We're going to go in with the 2U. Enough time to approach on there. This time we are blocking that Mirage, and you know what? We're going to keep all the seconds on that clock here because we're finishing job right now for Icebound, 2-1.
Set for the road. Somebody was asking for Galleon earlier. It's Moran delivering with the Galleon, and of course, Akhos returning. Trying to get a win on the stream this time.
And you know what? Moran is giving me my secret win on there. I've been wanting some Galleon play on this ladder, granting it to me as well. I wasn't that chatter in the chat, but I was the chatter in my heart right now, letting this intro rock here for the potentially final match of the ladder side.
Believe in victory.
All right,
Number 1.
getting into it for one last stream match before we get into tonight's top 8. Akhos has Moran in the corner.
Oh yeah, going to catch on the follow-up in here. We're going to get another hit on the side in there into the 3rd dam. Check with the lows.
Plus frames. Catching him at the ankles again. Moran. Full combo launch here is Akhos right at home.
The reset on there. right in the spot for the level 1 on there from the meteorite. Sets up another one and out in there, but it's going to be the overhead from third dance. Going to get rewarded with the corner. Try to go for the anti-air. No dice. It's just going to go in there with the Starry Sky finish jump, U-skill style.
Battle 2. Engage.
Oh, we tried to set up the seismic and then go for a follow-up there, but Akhos able to interrupt it all. Now the seal is on the ground, too far away to be of use for Moran. And another evasion there, just being counter-hit in recovery by Akhos. Moran not able to find a defensive option that's really working, and now strike throw game's coming through. BC, a good choice. Drop the rock. Less frames to work with. And Akhos just respecting all of this. I mean, you got such a huge life lead. Why take any sort of big risk until too far for the command throw?
No chance to clap the hands at the end there. It's going to be Akhos taking game number 1. Moran was just a little too far away to make that happen.
Again, Akhos is off to another oppressive opener.
Akhos was using the same pressure option on there, going in for the low each time. Most of those were being blocked or being BP down the way. This time it did get the confirm, led to another situation that's going to end it in here with the set point opportunity for Akhos thanks to the Skybound art.
A perfect round as well as Akhos is on a bit of a tear.
Battle 2. Engage.
Just goes in for the triple attack, no dice on it, just going to keep a plus with the Fox Flame.
Okay, Moran now actually getting some sauce with the Galleon.
Bring up the level 1 and yet again into the 6-6H one more time. End it with the Bedrock Blast and another time to reset up and realign. Get to that level 3 meteorite actually.
Check on the throw though. And we jump over the meteorite. Evade the BC as well. And so Akhos has Moran once again trapped in the corner where it feels like we spent most of the set.
One more BP taken away. Extra damage on Moran's side here. As we go in, we're just going to go right into the grab. Super Sky Bower Art is available on it from for Moran. Not going to be able to reach out with these normals coming in. Going to get the overhead coming from Akhos into another throw. Finishing the job 2-0.
I got to reopen this match arena page just to give our Just Desserts out. Thank you, Ifrit. Thank you so much. Have a great night at work. Get that cash. And now we got Tubbie versus JMAMH. Ladiva on JMAMH's side. Tubbie with the Zooey, as we've seen earlier. Starting off strong.
Alright, setting up the lightning on their fin and push away against JMAMH on the Ladiva here. Trying to hold it down there into the 2M. Like always, you are always within Larry reach if you got the 2M connection from Ladiva on there afterwards here. Going to go ahead. Doesn't have a lot of dragon power to work with here. Has to find an opportunity to get that in there, get the hits where they mark it until you get lariated by JMAMH.
All right. JMAMH still locked up in this corner. Tubbie with a good life lead. There's the BC from Tubbie, and now JMAMH answers in kind.
Dodge on there, try to approach in there with the 6XL and their triple attack, low style on there, ready to block it on there, but the spinning slash is going to return to the corner. JMAMH. And again, adds it up for one more time. It's going to be the first round going to Tubbie.
Tubbie now going to get the extension. JMAMH push towards this corner. Able to jump. Larry will connect. There's that DP that we were trying to scout earlier.
Oh, actually got caught in there with the ultimate head. But on there afterwards, so we're going to go in with the 6L, gets denied with the BC yet again. Too far away on it. There's going to be a whiff opportunity for Tubbie. Doesn't get a whole lot of it, but gets at least back into neutral.
Stagger Blade's coming through. Tubbie again down to the final breakpoint. Tries to go for a throw shimmy. JMAMH doesn't bite. Now, oh no, you got opened up by the Raging Strike. The BC is used. As Lich Daddy just comes in gifting the 10 subs to Paragon, the players, and Khalil. are eating good tonight. Thank you so much for the support.
Wow.
Let's keep this going.
10 gift subs all the way down there as Tubbie gets game number 1. Everybody eating good on here. Like at this point, like JMAMH has got to make a change here because Tubbie is running away with it right now.
Running away indeed. And don't forget, y'all, with this being top 8, it is first of 3 for every single set. So JMAMH not quite worrying about being eliminated just yet. Does have at least this next game to try and make an adjustment, or at least the beginnings of it.
Get the pile driver on here. One more time, try to reach it for it again, but you're just the U-skill DP away for the reversal option. Up in there, Skybound are in there, drop kick, 12 love coming all down, and that was more than enough to get it, and JMAMH on the round count side of things. Going to get that game, round number 1 there.
Slash closing in, JMAMH defending. Oh, no punish on that dash heavy, missed opportunity for JMAMH. Lich, daddy, please! First of 10 gifted subs and the $50 into the match arena. We're up to $90.50 right now. Y'all are crazy, waiting to bust all this out for top 8. Just rubbing the salt in the wound of everybody who didn't get into this top 8. Like, yeah, you don't got a shot at any of this.
No, not all. And we still got 12 of those match arena codes still remaining. Thank you so much to everyone who's contributed so far.
Unbelievable. And Lagoopa Goop, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. The community's coming up in 4s. You're giving JMAMH too much power. Like ever since all this came in, JMAMH said, I'll never lose. Nah, I'd win.
He's healing too good. His muscles are getting stronger.
And Lich Daddy with the resub for 2 months at tier 3. Good God, man. The hype train is in full force. And JMAMH, I mean, she's just playing right into Ladiva's wrestler gimmick. She's like, let me hear you. She's even like taking the moment, making her Oki worse to buff up the damage of the next Jewelry Sword Screwdriver. That's diabolical.
Got the side switch on top of that there. Going to go with the throw. Even plus with the lighting. We're going to use that BC, get out of the way, at least from the corner for Reef. And you know what? The pause into a grab. Let's just do it again. We do it again.
Mix and repeat. Oh, and we just barely missed the aerial grab after that EX Jewel Resort Screwdriver. Things are popping off right here as Ifrit comes back in with another $10, giving us 175. Put it all on Fidgeties. All right, Fidgeties, you got some money on you. Go and win it.
$100.75 in there for the players here so far. That's halfway getting to a potential top 4 payout as well.
And Tay-Man Icy with the 5 gifted subs. We're reaching a new record. Is this what's happening tonight?
We
Match arena's gonna pop off, but we're gonna just get a record going for subs and hype trains for Paragon. Is this what I'm doing? Is this the energy I'm bringing?
The hype train is happening for both. Yeah, for real. Everyone is being extremely awesome right now. The hype train is working out in the favor. JMAMH got that last round in here. Tubbie's trying to turn back the tide in here with the dragon into the 6XL. And here, bring out the buy section. Has that full stick of butter to work with on here. Just gonna go in for the reset, get a little dragon power.
We have the lightning here as well. Just gonna jump in. We're able to wait out the BC. Oh, but there we go. JMAMH interrupts the dash up. Has the full combo as well with enough optimization, and Tubbie taking an extra 30% damage. That's another round, and the game with it. JMAMH all of a sudden up 2-1 on Tubbie.
And we are going back to the lobby. Maybe I'm wondering if they think it's over, or maybe we're getting a character switch.
It could be the case. No, it is.
We are getting a character change. It's time for the Siegfried to come out.
Just gonna abandon our girl that got us in this top 8. I mean, you could tell. Look at that. Like, they got the whole artwork and everything on that banner.
Victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Okay, but I respect the Siegfried color.
Oh yeah, no, get definitely the Power Ranger, White Ranger color on there afterwards here. Going to go in with the 6XM, no dice, going to get the hit for JMAMH and blocks all the DP. Oh, that's going to hurt.
You wanted a meterless DP to deal with my strike throw? Don't mind if I do. JMAMH. JMAMH, please!
Excellent.
Oh, no.
And again.
Back-to-back throws. Do it again, you won't.
Are we blocking? We're blocking. Oh. We got both of those. We're going crazy now. Right into the install in here. We're going to check out that 2M coming down the line here. Covering the track with the projectile. The Nelinov coming back in. Nothing forward here. We're just going to go let it rip like a Beyblade. JMAMH's there for the counter hit and a set point.
What a bold choice Tubbie has made of saying, all right, the first 2 DPs and 3 BCs didn't work. Let me just go for it again. And there you go. Stubbornness does pay off here for Tubbie, who is trying to equalize the head-to-head record a bit between these two. They played a total of 9 times over Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. Mostly at Paragon Online brackets, but there was 1 Kirbio's Dreamland encounter. And JMAMH has won 6 of those 9 sets. So a bit of an advantage here for JMAMH as Tubbie trying to see if this Siegfried can be the one to change it all.
A lot of far H's coming in there, but the roll away into the pile driver on bringing it up down and just goes right into the Skybound. Our command grab brings the drop kick full of love and goodness into the corner.
No! It's close heavy, JMAMH! What a can of whoop ass, I'm sorry. Tubbie really took game.
Even victory. Battle
Indeed, of course, JMAMH, the Mexico representative, if I got my country flags correctly. I'm gonna double check that, make sure I'm not absolutely incorrect. Donquavious, first time we've been able to see them on stream, and pulling up with the Eustace. Ragger, of course, with a classic Gran here instead. Makes sense, though, has Gran on the profile picture, so be a little devious if they didn't use the character.
Yeah, Donquavious has been playing the Eustace for some time on there, and it shows right now the approach into the 2H, ready for it at a moment's notice, and you're into the reset. We go trying to get the approach in there, has to use the BC to get out of the situation, costly maneuver.
Okay, so we've talked about like some head-to-heads here, and we had like the storyline earlier of 9 months between a rematch here. This is a rematch over a year in the making. These two have played once before. It was a Paragon line number 74 for Granblue, when all sets were first to 3, so even the ladder sets were first to 3.
Nearly 50
Ragger and
Paragons ago.
Donquavious. Yep, 50 Paragons ago. Many moons ago, 49 I think to be exact. Either way, Ragger and Donquavious played. Ragger took a 3-2 over Donquavious then.
Oh.
A year ago, and they meet in top 8 this time. Another first to 3 set. Is this Donquavious' revenge arc?
Oh, it might be. If that is anything to tell them, we might be going the distance yet again between these two. Donquavious doesn't want that at all, though. Has gotten into the corner, gets the confirm, into the orb one more time, trying to set up the rat race and get sniped out of the way by the projectile from Ragger.
So maintaining offense here. Ooh, big pickup. Drops it, and there we go. Donquavious immediately finding an opportunity to hit Ragger. Gonna get a big extension. Coast to coast with the ultimate skill.
Long distance on the rat race from Pipa Plus with the use of the Flamex strike on there afterwards. Nothing on the reach out here, just trying to find a whip punish opportunity and gets in there with the DP. The U reversal makes its mark. Game number 1 goes to Donquavious.
Okay, but tis but the first game. If the previous encounter is anything to go by, we still got a lot more. Ragger, getting close, starting things off. Oh, Donquavious wanted to dodge the EX boot. Did that actually open up an opportunity for Ragger to punish the recovery frames? Donquavious' missed dodge. That dodge, however, working out pretty perfectly. Ragger is able to get the hit deleting the rat race that was applied.
Long range on it, going to be able to get a little bit of the level up with this use. Use it immediately from Ragger's side on it, but it is going to be Donquavious with the free approach here from the red rat race. Still active because of the orbs. Still found the runaway approach. Had to use the U skill to get out of the situation for Ragger.
Oh, our reversal mash actually stopped Ragger's offense, but we weren't able to confirm after that far medium. So a little bit of damage left on the table. Ultimate DP. Ragger not going to hold this offense anymore.
Try to go for the EX Flamex strike on there. The active frames on there. He did not got punished in there from Gran. Just gonna go in, dash low.
busting on out here, but Ragger should be able to react. No! Might have caught the run animation, I think. After all, you don't really have dash blocking in Granblue.
Right.
Look at that! Donquavious catches Ragger on the approach. Ragger just wanted to get close enough to finish the set, but Donquavious, with the aggressive choices, snatches victory.
Sell, you know, if first you don't succeed, do it again. Get the corner as a result. Got the confirm on there. Cannot get the connecting flight all the way up because it's a little bit too far away.
Donquavious, though, going to take Ragger into this corner.
Excellent.
Get the reset on there. Red Rat Race is still available on it. Happy to throw it on the approach. Gets in there with the Raging Strike, Raging Chain, gonna spin all that BP. Game number 2 for Donquavious.
Yo, all right. Ragger would have to complete a reverse sweep in order to steal the set from Donquavious.
A little bit of patience on there, just trying to stop and see what Ragger may do. 2 games down. It's going to be the 2U getting the chance to get back into neutral, try to approach him. And Donquavious just happy to stay outside the range if at all possible.
Is that far heavy interrupting Ragger's offense? Rat Race is applied. But they're 2U again, almost the same as that similar situation when Ragger whiffed with the EX boot, but Donquavious not going for the dodge this time. Oh, Ultimate Fireball is going to win out on that Fireball war, and we bait the Ultimate DP. Ragger going to be able to cash out on the combo, taking this round pretty convincingly.
Don't get the cinematic. We only get the cliff notes on there as we get a round finally for Ragger on this side. We're going to go in. We think we were safe with the super jump, but Donquavious happy to get the 2-way to get into a very good situation for them.
Combo as well. And, yo, we still getting those back shots in the corner. It's kind of a crazy thing to say. And, oh, yo, bait for bait! As Donquavious answers back, equally convincing in their round. Set point now for Donquavious. Ragger, can you stop the 3-0?
Oh, it's looking like a possibility that Donquavious may take it all the way down here. Loser side gets in there with the 2-8 yet again. Deep in there, doesn't get the follow-up.
Donquavious holding space fairly well. The 5L taps Ragger a little bit. Rat Race catches a jump. Good tech from the throw. Ragger interrupts. Drops some of that 5U that he barely had stored up, trying to get a little more going. Now we're back to the mid-screen.
I love that Donquavious has been watching out for the charge up because knowing that Ragger is trying to approach and attack on there afterwards, just happy to back the back step away and try to see what the option is there. Gets hit with the DP on there, denies the red Rat Race for Donquavious too.
The Rat Race is down. Ragger tries to swing, gets caught by the grenade. Not much of a confirm for Donquavious afterwards. Jump to H. After all, it's unblockable. And Donquavious might actually have the round and the set right here.
Think you're right. Go ahead. Big from X. No! One more touch and you would need. You're in chip damage territory potentially. You don't need
Ragger
it.
just sends it. Ragger just sends it with a DP either.
On here, we got the 6 coming out of the play with the prismatic claws and everything. We're already going to go in, throw out the air projectile, and try to begin things. Get this approach against Barry.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, I like the pick. I mean, hyper-mobile character, able to also kind of play at this full-screen range, right? Kind of baiting out some of these options. You got fireballs to approach. And I mean, nothing is going to need a counter pick like this to deal with Iago because these two have played a lot of sets, all right? 59 sets in particular. And Iago has won 52 of those.
Oh, so definitely maybe like, it's like, okay, trying to find a new route on here. Like, with your tools, like, how many of them have involved nothing playing to 6, though, out of curiosity?
Right? Oh my gosh, we actually catch the evade forward with the close heavy slash. Not able to find a route that gets the kill off of that counter hit, so nothing. Still looking for something.
Definitely on the empty hand on there, but you're going to go ahead, sneak out with the friend on there, throw out the, like, with the whip. Happy to go back and just see what the approach is. Has put themselves in the corner, whiffs on the throw opportunity. That means nothing is going to take that round.
Battle 2. Engage.
Spot dodge coming in from Iago, and again with the 6XL. Can't get a much else for it. Trying to go in for the delay on the overhand, and that's more than enough time for Iago to punish.
Crazy there. 6-claw execution. The frame trap does work, catching Iago pressing something. BC, just so we don't have to hold that. The micro walk forward from Iago, showcasing another option for dealing with some of these jump-ins. Sometimes you don't need to anti-air with a normal. You could just say, cool, thanks for giving me the ground.
Ground is at good real estate at that point. Trying to approach in there, uses a little bit. It goes into the empty hand, uses the BP to get out of the situation. Costly on the resources coming in for nothing. And you know what? All the friends are coming out to play. GG didn't even have to do anything for Iago to get the round.
Yeah, the close heavy was more than enough, catching a counter hit. Not sure what Nothing was trying to press. Final round here as Iago is slowly taking more and more control of the set. We jump in, Daika comes through, and Nothing counter hit in that sequence. Nothing has a lot of life lost on this 6. Iago continuing the spacing.
On the dodge, so you go into the tech on that. But that does end the turn for Nothing. Going to get hit, confirm in there for Iago, going right back into the long range. You're going to avoid GG, but gets hit with the anti-air, and that's more than enough for Iago to close out game number 1.
I mean, Nothing thinks they have the right option right there. Like, they're jumping over, like, this low attack that Iago is putting out. Okay, certainly don't recover in time to anti-air me. Nope, I do, both times. So Nothing is going to have to consider actually throwing a fireball there just to check Iago, but might not even work against, like, a Beppo Sikkim. Right, just considering, like, the iframes of the move.
Hey, right. Oh, there we are. Getting in with game 2. Against Roarin of the GG, still putting it in there, and like using the parry on there to get away from GG, and actually like get the strike down, try to get that approach yet again.
There we go. Still maintaining offense. Claw execution does reach. You get the wall bounce as well, so Nothing has an opportunity to get quite a bit of damage. They're going to spend a brave point to optimize the combo a little bit more. Drops the Super Skybound art. Iago now down to 1 final point, 30% extra damage on everything Nothing is able to land. And yeah, there we go.
Okay. It was the right idea, but couldn't have gotten anything in the conversion on there afterwards. And oh no, time to follow the bouncing ball. Play along at home, everybody.
All right, we do disengage, but does buy Iago screen space. You know, able to put Nothing pretty much into the opposite corner. Trying to close in with that empty hand. Respect the GG. 5U just for some block string pressure. Gate of the Demons. Iago adjusting as well, jumping out of the way of that fireball. No defensive resource here for Iago. Tries to get out with a button press, but Nothing. Finds the frame trap and gets the full confirm.
Battle 2. Engage.
Once again, one round for Nothing in this second game. Trying to call it out, but you know what? The whip says no. Get back in there. The neutral jump in attack from Iago. Going to get a little bit of damage. Enough time to get the GG set up yet again. Gets clipped by the very end of it, trying to get that with the Gate of Demons.
All right, here comes the ball yet again, but this time there is no more screen space to run away from. You do block the overhead, block the 6-6 of lows. Good defense here from Nothing. What's your reward, however? Does Excel to get something started?
Yeah, not a lot for that here. Tied up the BP count, easy, but the confirm is very lovely. Gonna go put Iago into the corner. Away, trying to avoid the whip from Fairy one more time. Vacuum with that confirm is going to be all that takes in there for Iago to tie up the round count yet again.
All right, it's been a close set. Gate of the Demons actually opens up a confirm here for Nothing as punished the 5L jab from Iago. Now you got this Fairy in the corner. He bait out the throw. However, with the spacing, the Raging Strike has to be followed up with a chain in order for Nothing to complete this full sequence. So it's a point, just for more damage, but it's a really good start for Nothing. However, Iago stabilizes, puts this 6 back to full screen.
So quick with the 2U on there, just to really try to get around on that, and they're going to call out there with the DP. The up dog coming out into play. Going to call with the gated demons. Right idea. Too far away. He already landed in the time, so could not convert. Now you're going to have to deal with the bouncing ball into the GG other side. Into reset.
And the overhead.
Overhead city population. Nothing. You live there now. You over it. You over it.
The little cards at the top. It's like a conversation. Iago. Zoning is gap. No. Says nothing. And well, right now, there's a bit of a gap in the score. As Iago's up 2-0. Nothing's been able to take us to a final round situation in both games. Had an incredible start, but just was not able to keep the offense on. Keep Iago smothered. But here we go. Again, another strong start here from nothing, but you need to be able to close this out as well. Ship brother.
Faded out on that, like from the with the backdash on here, going to be ongoing. And once again, we may be approaching what we saw in the first two matches on here. Nothing getting the first round. Show off that cinema. No, not quite yet. Got to do the one final confirm, and we're going to delay that for a little bit longer thanks to Iago.
Throws are coming through though. Back in the forward throw. Now Super Skybound Art, so nothing is going to be stripped down to a final break point.
Oh, Iago, you might be making a liar out of me with the way you're playing right now. That's like nearly tied up here. That was a... Who's this fairy? Can't do damage. Holy moly.
The run-up throw as well. Iago with the comeback as again, nothing. Such great starts, putting Iago into the corner, but then just one interaction and it's like lights out.
The lights are out and nobody may be home, and their usage like on the parry option on there doesn't get a lot for it. Going to get the confirmed triple attack from Iago. Back in there, time for GG shenanigans.
Push. And Iago into this. Corner yet again. The spot dodge is perfect. We get a no escape on that throw.
Still plus because of GG coming in for the assist.
For BC, but Iago cool under pressure. Just like that, closes it out. A 3-0. Develop more. Because I do think that, like, if you are playing a character like Ladiva, you're going to have those really bad matchups. You need to have some kind of counterpick to deal with those matchups.
Yeah, and like hopefully, like you said, hopefully we see more of that as we go in here. Continuing on the winner side of it, Fidgeties versus Dragalia. We got the Vicky coming out to play versus Dragalia's Narmaya as we go in with the 6XL. We're going to go in with the marching team one more time. Keep that distance, set up the cannons on there afterwards, and this is the Fidgety special to note for, ready for any opportunity on there. Has the other cannons out of the play. Nothing on the choo-choo rocket from Dragalia. Dragalia was able to get a little punish from that.
Yeah, a little punish indeed. We're stabilizing with this corner and make it just a little more substantial of a punish route. But Fidgeties, I mean, showcasing their namesake, pressing on buttons here. I remember their crazy TNS run when Vikala was like first buff to this state. Just losing my absolute mind over this player. And so it's good to see them here pulling up for Paragon. We'll see how well they're able to take this adorable little mouse in our top 8 bracket, Dragalia. Don't let it happen to you, man. Don't let it happen. Not the pixel comeback.
Oh, okay,
thank
yeah.
you.
You know, I've actually never noticed the little gasp that Narmaya makes in the photo for the throw. That's very adorable.
Yeah, it's absolutely adorable. It's my favorite throw in fighting game.
Okay,
One of my favorite things as well is the stats that you can get between the players. These two have played a number of times, a total of 36. Fidgeties has won 23 of those sets. A lot of them seem to be fairly recently, though, you know, it's been a bit back and forth. And across many events like Kirby's Dreamland, Paragon Brackets, Kame Clash, Curry Cup, these two are always throwing things.
Yeah, right now we're throwing items is what we're doing. Throwing items and teeth on there. The March Teeth trying to ring up with the with it one more time. Going to get the stagger, but nothing else on there afterwards. So at least pushes Fidgeties away from the cannon.
2M comes right on through. He got 4 cannons in place. So much damage as well. Fidgeties trying to optimize. Not enough to get the kill, but I mean, oh, Dragalia closes the gap, but there it is. We swing yet again. Fidgeties fidgeting. That cannon is so ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. like the ready get out of jail free card if at all possible. And they're gonna go in the flip, same side on there, uses the BC, try to go in, they'll be able to set it up with the every item into play, fight with it, going into the low, confirm for Fidgeties, ready for the moment.
We drop the star as well, it gives us a full pickup. Excellent awareness of the items. Using the cannonball next. Yo, this combo's still going on the ground. Finally a launcher. No!
And has a spike bomb on time with it, like multiple hits on there, has a star, like, I was thinking about it, still has the bomb available on it as we just go back into the cannon, firing away. It actually catches! Like, I'm not sure if it was the bomb or the teeth, the dormouse on there afterwards, a hit on there, but it looked like a Bomberman scenario for sure.
Believe in victory.
Unbelievable.
Battle 1. Engage.
All right, Fidgeties. Caught by the 6XM. Round start. Dragalia gets the throw as well. There it is, a shimmy. Successful. Tubbie coming in with a raid. Thank you so much for supporting Paragon FC, and thanks for playing tonight.
Yeah, great
Congrats
run
on the top
on
8
here. Yeah, on to the top 8 on here as we got Dragalia going to go in with a perfect.
Okay, Dragalia, it's just a fighting game, bro.
Battle 2.
Why so serious, man? Wow.
I know, that's how I feel every time I get hit by, like, it's like die 1,000 items when it comes to fighting things sometimes.
Getting the cannon, some smoke bombs coming out. Here comes the pickup. Cannon in place. Look at this full extension, man. Good God.
Oh, into the reset on there, trying to get away from it with the DP, but Fidgeties wasn't hitting buttons, was blocking on it. All 4 cannons are out to play. You have to block on the star, into the throw. You're down, down, down. Around for Fidgeties.
And that's how it's done. Tied up here in rounds. Galleon trying to get the first game win of the set. Shimmy. Successful for Dragalia. Now we got Narmaya with the corner.
What option in there? 2M doesn't make the approach on there. Gets a little bit out of the way from that, keeping them from the far range. Trying to get away from the item on that. Now having to hold it down against Fidgeties. Moves past on there, gets the confirm. We're going to go all the way to that westward corner. Eastward corner, rather. I know my direction.
And here we go. Galleon is able to actually swap sides, gets the hit. And with that Skybound art, is going to tie up our set, one apiece.
Okay. Immediate rematch in here. We're here for the long haul.
Engage.
2M barely whiffing for Fidgeties. The jump is actually able to intercept. Dragalia off to a great start.
Caught on the ground on that, so we're going to go ahead with the duck. Try to go into a reset to the throw. No dives. Going to happen to go into like change of stance out on the play.
Run up throw while the bomb's in place. Dragalia, please. And busting right on out. Dragalia so far able to interrupt Fidgeties before the game plan can really be set. You know, denying some of the item throws, not really letting the cannons being used. Trying to play like a more suffocating game plan.
Yeah, time is absolutely of the essence on here. You do not want Sakala setting up everything up for the show for everyone to enjoy, because you're not going to enjoy it, but it's going to be entertaining nonetheless here. We get the confirm from the EX from Dragalia. Goes to the corner dirt, but gets denied. Reversal on the U skill for Fidgeties. Time to set it up into the cannons. We fire.
Oh, the wall bounce as well for Dragalia. Skybound art. Gonna be another round and a game for Dragalia as well. Now up 2-1 on Fidgeties, just like that. The momentum is completely shifted as the both players are just right back into it. No hesitation.
Locked in, no surprise in there from Fidgeties on the Vakala. As we're here, we're gonna go in with the dash L coming into play. Cancel, like, changes it out for the throw. We're gonna force the BC to come out for Fidgeties.
Game throw. Oh, massive jump in, able to punish that Setsuna. Fidgeties down to a single breakpoint. Has to be very careful about this, but look at that. The positioning of the cannons, the bomb, the items. Working out to give Fidgeties a long ground combo with some great damage on the air extension.
Dragalia still has that Skybound art available on it. Trying to jump over it with the Spike Ball. Has another available on it afterwards here. Really put a damper on the way things are going to go for that approach. He's going to go in with the transient again.
Dragalia, though, with that 2M in the Raging Strike. It's a big combo. Drops the restand, and that means Fidgeties live for just another moment. The throw does come through, rectifying the situation. And Dragalia now at set point.
There we go. We're already backdashing away, trying to approach the dash option coming in from Dragalia. Double stars. Out there as we go in there, trying to ring that door in the mouth one more time. Going to block into the BC. Actually keeps Fidgeties closer to the cannons as a result.
2M is going to be able to intercept. We have the spike as well. Fidgeties, it's a nice long combo. Pulse a star, sends it in the cannon, but the Setsuna interrupting
Setsuna. No one expects that on there. And trying to go in there. Pharma Foray, you reacted to that with the Mario 2 rocket coming out into play.
Stars in play, but it went into a cannon, was facing the wrong direction. Dragalia, not interrupted by it at all, has Fidgeties in this corner. 100% Skybound gauge, is saving it for the next hit, gets it right there! And that is it, a 3-1 victory for Dragalia over Fidgeties, who now falls to the loser side.
Yo, I want to give that a gymnastics score on the card here. We don't know what the end result is going to be, but it's going to be a slobber knocker.
Absolutely, these two have played a handful of times. If I can do the math correctly, it's a total of 43 sets. JMAMH has the win record of 24-19, so 56% win rate to 44. It's a close set, but JMAMH off to a great start. Last time these two played, last two times actually, JMAMH has beaten nothing without dropping a good one.
Ultimate headbutt too far away on it. That's going to give JMAMH in the brown wrestling gear the first round.
Battle 2.
All right, battle number 2 incoming right now. Reach it out there, you know that you're just short 2M away into a lariat situation here. The 6XL coming in from JMAMH on there, trying to keep it down with a double headbutt in there. Das Boot. Gonna reach it out one more time here. One BP left in here for JMAMH, but it's gonna be nothing with the conversion and the side switch on top of everything else on here. Gonna go ahead and bring about a little bit of love, get him just a little over half of that health bar. For nothing advantage. And one more time, the confirm in it. Uses the last, like another BP on here, trying to finish a job, but the combo limit's going to hit first.
Battle 3. Engage.
Respectable neutral in here. We're trying to see where we can approach on there, but it's going to be the follow-up on here from 6XL to JMAMH. Gets the 9 on here. 1 BP use each on here. Nothing with the confirm all the way in the corner. You know what that means. Gonna go ahead and bring it on down. A little bit of pause, like trying to check you out with the strike into the command grab situation. Nothing does have SBA on the menu. JMAMH does have a use tool available. Not that they may have a chance to use it on here. Thanks to the 2M into the Lariat. Try to use it one more time. Then you've got one more interaction to go in this situation because the compliment gets away from the drop kick and turns around the tables on there. Gets the referee. Call it. It's definitely not going to be a 3, but I'm going to claim it in good wrestling style on that. Goes in for the kill headbutt on there. Nothing going to take game number 1.
Believe in victory.
Nothing fighting back.
Engage.
Trying to stop the little win streak that JMAMH has built up in their last couple of encounters. On both sides. Okay, guard crush with the lariat. A BC spent early by nothing. Runs up, gets the throw. It's time for some mix. Pressure.
On there, gets it confirmed yet again from JMAMH. Gonna go ahead and take over the left hand side into the combo limit we go. Actually gets on the way up with the 2, like with the confirm on there on the 2H. We're gonna go with like set it decked out with a chunk of damage, but we're already up in the air. No command grab for you.
Nothing's able to get in. And now it's JMAMH's turn. BC spent. 1 point left for nothing. 0 for JMAMH. Honestly, next hit wins. So who's finding it? plus frames. JMAMH blocking it out, gets caught low, trying to walk back.
It's confirmed it's anyway. It's going to be nothing on there. One more touch.
Nah, man. That's how it was. We're just going to, end this real quick with one more throw. Respect the grappler way.
Only one way to play between these two, and it's through thick and thin with the violence. Nothing on the 2U option on here, having to hold it down, but we've not for very long. We try to get in there with the confirm. We're bouncing off. That's going to give JMAMH a full opportunity to get a punish.
Alright, JMAMH though, able to complete this combo out with the headbutts. Into the Raging Strike and Chain. It's a perfect as well. Unbelievable.
Battle 3. Engage.
Big anti-air here coming in from JMAMH. Now we actually get a side swap too, porting nothing towards his player 2 corner. Yo, I thought we were going to see another anti-air. I would have lost my mind, but instead nothing gets in.
Thought that. Yeah, totally thought that as well on here, but we're going to go in right back in. We do have the corner in on the favor of nothing. We're trying to push away from that a little bit, just finding that one opportunity with the 2M there. They're both like trying to look it out.
There it comes through. DC spent very aggressively by JMAMH. Nothing will also spend. 30% extra damage for both of these players as we're just sort of walking in and out of range. Last breakpoint spent by JMAMH. You gotta hold the rest of this pressure. Nothing will reply in kind. It's an extra 50% damage, and nothing is gonna take that discount all the way to the bank. Going up 2-0 on JMAMH.
Just like that on it.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
We're engaging one more time on here. Nothing on the jump in on it, just trying to approach it. We're going to go in the DOS boot, trading on it. I can show you the edge of my soul as well. On there, I'm going to use that BP to get into the corner, gets the 6XL, but goes into a command grab afterwards.
All right, JMAMH off to a strong start here. The aerial throw finisher. Catches nothing pressing on the wake up, so this is going to be a quick round for JMAMH.
Not out of it yet. Keeping alive.
Battle 2. Engage.
Cat is very upset that we're watching grapplers.
Cat has like archetype preferences, I see. Far away on the first headbutt, trying to approach on there afterwards. A little light punish in there coming from nothing, but it's going to be turned around right for JMAMH.
Whoopa, we get the jump in here. JMAMH now. Starting to make a lot of effort in this comeback. Builds up this SBA. Got to be something to threaten on the next interaction. Nothing blocks it out. He jumped, trying to just sort of call out any reversal throw JMAMH could provide. Old headbutt. The Larry completely whiffs as JMAMH is still crouching.
And just when you thought it was back and forth all the way through here, getting another one out in the play. Trying to see where we go. We're pausing on it before we get into that rematch here. The mirror continues.
Mirror does continue indeed. And we're going to buff up the command throw as well. JMAMH, the momentum has completely swung the other way. The ultimate throw follow-up. It's a perfect.
Battle 2. Engage.
You comes through. What a spot dodge, calling out the Brave counter. Immaculate play there from nothing. But JMAMH reversals. We've reached this point. The low connects. JMAMH It's like that. It's a Game 5 brawl. What else would you want from a battle of Ladivas?
Oh, I got so hype, I accidentally muted myself in there. I am so sorry on that. What a play to
I was wondering why you were quiet. I was wondering why you were quiet.
My bad on that. But like, I was like...
Mangaka, quit talking over me, you dick.
I was like, what's going on? It's like, that's why it's just too hype. It's just too hype. I'm just screaming into the void that is my room and getting excited for this match here. Game 5 incoming.
Game 5 incoming. Who's the stronger Ladiva tonight?
Is it now? Actually, chat brings up a good point. Is it going to be the Ladiva? Are we switching up here? Or are we going full mirror all the way through?
I don't think we're going to see the switch up here. I think nothing is just like, okay, the momentum's slipping away. Apply some ice to this real quick. Kind of reset the pace. Because I think if knowing, from what I know of nothing, I should say, Ladiva's been like their character.
Right.
And I think like they've accepted like, okay, if I'm going to make deeper runs in tournaments, I need to have counter picks for bad matchups. So you're namely playing 6 into fairy, right? Like you're trying to specialize in that one matchup to then, you know, reduce like the mental clutter. I don't think you're going to be switching off of this one. We do see a color swap off of the red Ladiva.
Oh, making it harder for us. I see how it is on here. We got the dark brown versus the light brown on here. JMAMH in the same colors on here, taking over that corner, trying to go in for another command grab. I felt it in my bones on there, but nothing. Going to respond and kind use skill lariat back into the neutral with the follow-up. Actually going to get the right-hand corner.
Yep. You know, that's one thing crazy thing about Ladiva. Her combo game is immensely powerful and potent. With tons of corner carry, so she's able to get you into... Oh, you block it out. What a spot, brother! JMAMH, you doing it too?
You see on there, 1 DP left in for nothing. Tried to go in there with the lariat. Gets denied into the spot dodge from JMAMH. Set point for JMAMH.
Momentum entirely in JMAMH's way. A 3rd set victory in a row is on the horizon. Nothing. Are you able to find the answer now? Yo, JMAMH just being aggressive with these expenditures. Does not want to give nothing an inch.
I would
Unless they take a mile.
I completely understand on that. And you know what? Response and kind command grab going full Greco-Roman style on it. U-skill headbutt. We're trying to get away from the grab, and we do thanks to the backdash on it. Nothing has a little bit of life at this point.
It's extra 30% damage as well because JMAMH was so aggressive with the Brave counters. Nothing blocks it out. Gets the hit. JMAMH has to hold all of this now. And strikes keep on coming. It comes down to this one final round between our Ladivas.
All the way to this point here. And we go in 6XL to start things out for nothing. Ladiva, she's going to go try to push away a little bit forward in here into the command grab. Get in the corner. Try to set it up for the long range with the kick on it.
Huge opportunity here for nothing. JMAMH gonna start spending those brave points. Nah, it's gonna be the Skybound gauge. We wake up with the ultimate headbutt. Nothing spends. Just a couple of hits. Nothing too crazy for JMAMH yet.
Banging her head, but we're not finding anything from it on both sides. But this grab going up into the sky, bring out the speed lines, anime style one more time. UWC too far away for the command grab. Going to give JMAMH a chance on here to get all the way to the corner here. Has a U skill potentially on deck to use if they want to tie things up. Doesn't need it yet. Yeah, just goes command grab style.
Command grab style. Check a throw. Bait out the BC. We try to jump out thinking that a throw is coming, but instead it's the headbutt. Nothing.
Especially when Fidgeties gets in that item RNG. Like I saw someone in the chat saying like Fidgeties has the game shark. No, it has the game rat. The video game rat is on the screen right now, and Fidgeties has full complete control. Not at the moment though. Donquavious gets the hit. We're gonna go all the way to the corner. Red rat race time.
Yep, and so this is actually, funnily enough, the second time these two have played ever. The first time being earlier tonight, as Khalil points out that Donquavious beat Fidgeties 2-1 in the ladder, and so now Fidgeties pulling up saying, all right, but first a 3-meter.
Okay. Long range on the red rat race, like holding it down until a Fomet strike or any other orb comes that way. Actually gets dissipated at that point here. going to go in with the long-range confirm. Enough time to set up the double cannons, double spike balls, and everything. Donquavious not biting.
Oh, but Donquavious does connect with the Raging Strike against Fidgeties, and because it was a raw hit, not a block, there's no opportunity to escape with a Brave counter. Donquavious is going to take round 1 off of that.
Early on the full next strike, going to avoid on the rat race. No sticky on at this point.
The picture lasts longer. Cannonball, spike ball afterwards.
Captain on there, holding down, like keeping up the plus frame, try to roll out of the way and get hit with the confirm into the cannons. Out there, Fidgeties has the SBA to work with. Donquavious on the super skybound art, and we're going to go ahead, maybe use it here as the approach on here. The standard skybound art takes away 1 DP.
But Fidgeties is going to take away the rest of Donquavious' life with that reversal mash, tying up our round count here in the first game.
Strike 1 going in. Going to go catch it with the overhead on that triple attack. Trying to find an approach in there with the super jump. Does get the triple attack confirm into the assault knife. One more time, going the reset situation. Just trying to go in for throw. Nothing on there. Good tech from Fidgeties.
There's a spike ball in play, but not much that is going to do unless you get something started. And the rat race is there! Intercepting! So Use's like, listen, I only need 1 item. Oh, reliable rat race.
Yeah, switching out from the green to the blue on there a little bit later as well on here just to get the stun on top of that here. Backdash, getting away. Actually using the Flamex Strike to kill the spike ball, looked like, on there.
Yeah, but now you're going to have to hold all this. But there he goes, another perfect Flamex Thunder just interrupting as it seems like Donquavious is, much like we saw earlier from Dragali, is able to find like the gaps in the zoning from Fidgeties and just fit in the perfect projectile. And look at that, actually, the Flamex Thunder again being like a superior projectile to Fidgeties.
Believe in victory.
Yeah, happy to be able to throw all that out there, just negate some of those item effects. We try to go in there with the jump in to start things off, and a big 2H from Fidgeties going to start off game number 2.
Trying to bait something out with that jump. Fidgeties has another heart in play, could restore life. But no, instead Cannonball. Shimmy, not falling for it.
We try to roll out of the way, but you're still in the range of the star on it. And you get in with the follow-up on here. Still has the items out into play there. You are going into the Rainbow Richie Blackmore style at the very end. Round 4 Fidgeties.
Battle 2. Engage.
Looking good so far. Counter hit's going to come on through with the frame trap. Spike ball in play. Cannonball and spike ball, but Donquavious is just going to bust out. Not even the ultimate DP, just the version that had no invincibility. Just wanting to have a poke that reached far enough that led to a knockdown. Fidgeties, just like that, pushing him right back in. Pulls a heart. So he's going to have to do the combo with the rest of Nico's skills. Until the star comes up in the back. Super Skybound, or Skybound R comes through.
And jump out into place there. But Donquavious has the Super Skybound art territory available on here. Try to like tap into the throw, get teched out of the way, but the confirm yet again. That's going to be game 2 rather. Game number 1 on the 1 game for the side of Fidgeties on there. 1-1.
1-1 so far. All right, slow kill, able to interrupt Fidgeties' round start of cannons. So we're seeing that, Eustace in this matchup at least, with that Flamex Thunder is able to deal with some of Fidgeties' options, right? Like the Ring the Dormouse, not quite as effective against in a race between itself and the Flamex Thunder, it seems. Expect the bomb. We'll try to sneak out of the Flamex Thunder. Fidgeties now just throwing everything here, hold these rodents.
Start to see where the Red Rattling is coming from on there and have the distance on there to approach with the Skybound art, and they're avoiding that orb altogether. Significant life deficit for Donquavious' side.
Double stars and Donquavious. Yo, you can SBA, so can I, but alas, the star! The
Stars.
Renault.
Stars, no stripes on there. Fidgety's going to get the win out on that. Couldn't the approach in there with the 2M early on, and the first signal 2M, try it again. Tried it for a third time, in fact, on there. Donquavious found that opportunity to strike.
Cannonball in place. Second cannonball. I mean, Fidgety's really enjoying the improved RNG that Cygames and Arxis gave Vicola. Don't forget they did adjust some of that so that her better items are more often in rotation than her bad ones.
When did she get the blue shell from Mario Kart? I just don't know.
Well, there you go.
Jumping out there with the marching teeth on their ring, that dormouse, but it's going to be the boot. Getting hit from Donquavious, going to take over that left-hand corner.
Try to roll through. Fidgety's will spend a brave point. Resupplies the cannons. Tons of grenades, tons of spikes. Hold these shattering teeth. And there we go, right? With all of those projectiles in play, then the Flamic Thunder not as effective. Fidgety's taking control of the set slowly. And off of this combo is going to avenge the 2-1 loss in the ladder bracket earlier, but this is still a first to 3 set that both players are just right back into it.
That's right. Got to do at least one more in the scenario on here. With the trade, both players are going for the throw in there afterwards. Happy to jump back, avoid the red rat race altogether, but not the assault knife. The low one approaching a little bit closer than maybe Fidgety was ready for.
Sending out the teeth first, the stars coming back, and just before it makes contact, Fidgety's connects with a throw. And oh, okay, ultimate ring the Dormouse, saying, all right, if I just spend some meter, let's see what your Flamic Thunder does now.
So that's plenty of meter to work with. It's building back up here. Could be into a Skybound art situation on here one more time, but Donquavious still held down on the corner. He's vertically spinning rats, the spike balls, 4 rats in play.
This is Rodent Rhythm, suffocating as it is. Donquavious buys himself some space. We're away from the cannon. The slow kill, but the teeth! The teeth, they come up, they bite, they march on!
Yeah, they keep on coming. They don't stop coming on here. Happy to be able to throw it out. Gets hit with the red rat race, but going in with the stars balancing on, at least giving the corner back to Fidgety's one more time, and the counter hit, the red sparks flying and everything.
Oh, but what a 2U out there from Donquavious, interrupting Fidgety's offense. But just like that, Fidgety finds their own reversal mash. Cannon has a star in place, so runs up. Says, all right, I can't use the cannons just yet. Evasion again from Don. However, Fidgety's interrupts. This is a set point. Don's trying again with the CQC. It works!
Lead in the BP as well from that on there. Trying to go in with the jump. Red rat race. Holding it down, trying to fade down the option on here. Keeps a plus because of the strike on there afterwards. But now I have to deal with the item charade coming from the parade.
The slow kill not going to work out. Not fast enough. Ultimate Dormouse. Donquavious taking as many hits. Gets the perfect roll to stay alive! Not quite in chip kill range, I don't think. So Donquavious had to make something happen before Fidgety's was able to set up a checkmate situation. Unbelievable clutch play from Donquavious. Final round.
Really a work of art in that roll on here, but work of arts don't lead to a victory all the way through here. Still having a fight against Fidgety's in this moment. A little bit of items getting thrown out for Fidgety's side here as the red rat race is still available. Going to be taken away because the ring the Dormouse, the U-skill version of that, is going to strike.
Checking under the high ring of Dormouse. Double the stars. Smoke. And again, just the run-up throw from full screen. Marching teeth.
Stars. Red, okay. Good to get the confirm, but can't get the throw afterwards. Beautiful spot dodge on here. And that is going to be it for the 3-1 for Fidgety's. And we are starting things off with a surprise here. Dragalia on the Sandalphon to begin things against Iago's Fairy.
You know, I can see the reason behind this one. I think you just have some more options for approaching with the Sandalphon. You got a Fireball to potentially contest Iago's zoning. You know, I mean, you have like a makeshift Fireball with the Setsuna, but it doesn't have enough range. Like, by the time that you're in Setsuna range, you're already in like all of Fairy's normal ranges. So I think Dragalia, you're trying to make an adjustment here. Not to mention, too, that you do have some other potential play. I already see that is coming out. And we go for the Earth element, actually, just to really try to control space in full screen. Again, recently reworked so that it's more of like an anti-zoning fireball than it was like the let me reset my pressure fireball. Currently waiting for the next opportunity right here. Just 5U. That situation doing some chip damage. Dragalia does get clipped a little bit. Able to dodge on through, and you can see that Dragalia is trying to mix up when we're going for these fireballs with the stance from Sanalafon, and we bait out a very early ultimate Beppo, so that now plenty of damage. Dragalia has the corner, plus frames. The shimmy, super effective. We've seen this work against Iago earlier in tonight's top 8, and Dragalia showing up strong with a Sanalafon counterpick.
Battle 2. Engage.
And the fireballs, the first in line to fade back. And this time, Dragalia actually mixing up the elements, going for the fire version instead of the earth. Optimizing for damage, it seems. Good spot dodge. Big jump in with that JU. Couple of hits, but not much more than that. You do lose out on a chance to get Oki as well. Spot dodging still, Dragalia. Pushing this corner. Iago just taking chip damage for free. Oh my god, that JU not quite reaching. Iago gets the hit. Nice air to air for Dragalia. Runs up, goes to the shimmy yet again. Closes the gap. It's a full wall bounce, so should be able to equalize the life totals here. Water as well. Okay, Dragalia giving us a showcase of most of the elements right now. Has to hold this pressure. Iago's going to set up another mix-up here. BC's at the perfect moment.
It doesn't get rid of the ball, though.
Push in line, not going to reach. Iago intercepts.
Battle 3. Engage.
Spot dodge a little bit early on that. Gonna get nothing for it, but we're gonna get a snipe away the GG at that point just to get the approach change over the fire element.
Trying to evade through as well the jump, but again, Barry's so quick to recover that by the time that your jump is about to connect, the Beppo Sikkim comes out.
They get the hurt box of that whiff early on there from Dragalia. Doesn't get anything forward there. Enough time to send out the EXGG. And I like the call out, just back away. Firing off the projectile before GG could even fire off. Does get the hit, and the tech coming in from Iago.
Dragalia closed the gap, but Iago once again created the space. Checking these forward evasive rolls. First in line, just trying to connect with something. Able to block that low just in time. BC, once Iago got into range and committed that 5U, another break point spent by Iago. Dragalia needs something explosive in order to save this game.
You know, it at least has the extra damage on their side if they can get it. And the keyword is if they can get it. Try to use that P one more time on that. It got a little bit sniped out by Iago.
Sniped out they are as Iago with that far M catches Dragalia. Taking game 1. We stay locked in with the Sanalafon. I think the theory is working out, which is coming down to some of the execution.
Gets Spence, doesn't make his mark on there. Nothing on the GG afterwards, just trying to keep this long range on here with the follow-up. Canceling out on there just to get a little bit of the approach in there, but here comes the win. Going to get a little bit of extra versatility with that Sanalafon.
Closed in and Iago swings. There's that ultimate fireball. This time the meaty jab, so a swing comes through. We're going to drop the element as well.
Unfortunate on the whiff grab opportunity. Didn't switch over to the water element. Doesn't get anything on the orb.
Try to reach with that running lights, but Iago's just out of range. And now, we're going to close out this round. Dragalia using a little bit of that patience that really marked that first set.
And throw it out into the wind projectile.
What a backdash, evading the fast movement of Wind. Self connects.
Here we go. Almost working up into it. Get the combo reset. Switches out to the water element. Not going to get anything from it, just from the up dog.
It is running lights reaches, and the water is there to stabilize and extend the combo.
See the whole cinematic right now. Slice and dice all the way through. Away one of those DP. Try to set it up on the follow-up. It looks like he's getting the start of the first part with the projectile coming out in the play. Couldn't get it out because Iago was quicker on the trigger.
Strike and chain is going to be the combo limit knockdown. Dragalia blocks low. Into that fuzzy high. Barely misses with that brave counter. Applies water. Going for the slow fireball. So Iago's able to poke around it. Evade the GG, but the water trades. Shimmy doesn't work. PC the Zoran strike before it can be used.
Oh, unfortunate. The U-skill GG is coming up and say, hi, pet me, pet me, pet me. Give me the round, please. Iago up 2.
Such a close round right there. Dragalia just, going into that first in line that then walked forward into the ultimate GG, triggering it. Dragalia says that the experiment is over. I'm going to try and do this with my Narmaya.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Long hill, tall hill to climb rather on that at this point, but nothing that these two, like I said, was 76 matches prior to, is that correct?
76 matches prior to this set, 51% win rate for Iago, only 2 set difference in terms of their head-to-head differential. Iago looking at making it 3 here. But Dragalia with an Narmaya has Iago cornered.
Try to go for it again, this time up dog, U reversal coming out into play. Gets the Setsuna. This time the second one does connect the dodge on here, and you have the Skybound to make it work here. Dragalia with the Trident and True Narmaya going to get the round.
Now one thing that's different about the Setsuna in this matchup, right, is I mentioned before that the range is going to be inferior compared to Silence Fireball, but the speed for Narmaya Setsuna is going to make a difference here, right? Because like if you're able, if Dragalia is able to find a moment where Iago isn't like preemptively zoning, then Dragalia can snipe out with that Setsuna and potentially get like a little bit of pressure, a knockdown, maybe even a combo if we're close enough to the corner. However, the clash just out of range, Iago able to reset the positioning.
Really snuffed out on the opportunity there. Did like dodging away from the Setsuna coming in from Dragalia. Still can't get away from the orb into this follow-up in here, and suddenly we're on one more touch into the overhead. All perfect for Iago and a set point incoming.
And this feels like we've already had the duality of this matchup fully expressed to us here. Dragalia pretty much in firm control that first round, but then Iago just blitzing through round 2. Very much like, all right, who's able to get to their win con and their ideal range first? And well, you start the match at Fairy's range pretty much.
Oh yeah, no, everything is Fairy's range. Everything that you touch with the whip on there, vacuums it up with the U-skill on top of that here. Time for GG to come out one more time. Bounce on the head, into the corner we go. Has a U-skill available on it for the one last interaction. Super Skybound are available for Dragalia.
Oh, but that ultimate Crescent Moon actually able to escape the GG setup. Catch Iago pressing a button. Running the offense right now. Iago going to be conservative with the defensive options. Still has full Skybound gauge, so could bust out with an ultimate Beppo. Dragalia just trying to get close enough. The transit's not going to reach. Ingrid spot dodge, and once we see that Dragalia is giving us more space, the SBA comes out.
And it's not going to even reach on the ball, and that is the whip.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Engaging already from the beginning. Are we going to go ahead? Dodge over the ring go mouse. Here comes the parry. Nothing on them. We're just going to backdash away. But Fidgeties is only a 2M away from still getting that approach.
Bombs into Star into Spike Ball. Finally a little bit of levity here as we get the eggshell. Oh, Thunder Flash. It's called out, and this is a lot of damage here for Fidgeties off of that heavy. Skybound engage as well. Skybound Nard, excuse me.
March with the teeth one more time. Nothing still has a full bar to work with on here if they can get the confirm in there. But the spot dodge from the U-skill empty hand is going to keep him in the corner.
Thunder Flash will connect this time, so nothing is able to slide swap, but you're sandwiched between all these cannons, not able to punish until we get the opportunity to dodge. A Raging Strike. Fidgeties was going for that Brave counter. Oh, but look at that. Immediately ready for the clash with the throw. Quick reflexes from Fidgeties. Nets a round win.
Help from the mousy friends on there afterwards.
Punishing the dodge.
Bouncing away, clean getaway, but not for very long. We're just leapfrogging over each other on it. Get the 2M, but not anything on the item on there afterwards. Nothing more than ready, just a bounce back on it. And 6 does have those options to be able to get away from that, especially with like empty hand and beyond. But going to get this confirmed all the way into this. We're going to see the cinematic. Is this enough on the kill? I think we got one more interaction.
Yeah, guess for game here. Strike throw. Fidgety's guessing correctly so far, just blocking out the strikes. Gonna drop the Super Skybound art as well. Take this 6 to a concert.
Oh yeah, wave the pin lights around right here.
Excellent.
Oh, but the back throw, nothing going for a defensive wake-up option. Catches Fidgety's, and now it's final round here.
Battle 3.
All you need on here. Might approach in there, ring the dormouse. Like Maid of Demons does catch like up in the air with the 6-6L opportunity coming in from 4-0. But still having to hold the ground against the bombs coming in. Back dash
What a
on
call
it.
out there.
Yeah, Fidgety's been actually starting to approach on that, like we said, with the backdash follow-up on there. Has been trying to approach the 6L each time. This one getting the mark on here, but the empty hand is going to force the crouch confirm on there, so going to get a little bit extra damage.
Crazy wake-up option as well from Nothing. Basically just a hard call-out on that throw. Nothing is going to get pushed Fidgety's into the corner. Not going to be able to build. Excuse me, I lied. We build up to the Super Skybound art, or the SBA rather. Cash it out, and Nothing takes a game, the first one rather, off of Fidgety's. And now that is a bit of a big deal, because excluding a DQ that Nothing had from a Kame Crash, right? In the last 4 sets these two have played, Nothing has not taken a game off of Fidgety's. It gets even crazier when you also consider that Fidgety's is on a 12-set win streak on Nothing.
Okay, all right. So anything you can get to build that up to get that first of 3. Right now, that's not happening right now. That was just all Vicky all the time for Fidgety's.
Battle 2.
But the 12-set streak on there, if Nothing could break it with the 6, that would be incredible.
It would be incredible indeed. This all starts actually at the online local in November of last year. Winners finals and grand finals where Fidgety's beat Nothing in both of those sets. And then it was Paragon 92, Kirby's Dreamland 40, TNS Arc World Tour event in December, Curry Cup 37, Paragon 103, Paragon 105, 106, Comic Clash 19, Chipped Out 18, and Paragon 121. Those 12 events, all those sets, Fidgety's way.
Oh, hold on. We acted on the fire. Going to go one through the mark down too far away for the cinematic on there, but at least gets out of the 4 cannon situation.
And just kind of faking it out, taking some chip damage, trying to evade all of this. The spot dodge, not timed at the right moment. The cannon fires, catching the recovery frames. We're all tied up 1 apiece.
Engage.
Well, to begin things on it, going into the Rodent Rhythm one more time. We try to get away from that, but the item is going to stick us down to the ground, keep up the flight path into the 6XL coming in for Fidgety's.
Fidgety's has Nothing in the corner. Triple strike reaches. We bait out the throw on wake up as well. Not really into too much of a combo, however. But there's Nothing, just mashes out, catches Fidgety's approaching. Trying to keep the offense up. There's a BC. Empty hand is able to interrupt the cannons. But no, the range, it got a little too far away.
Yeah, unfortunately could not convert from that with it. Tried their damnedest though, for sure, with that like extra hit.
They trade, and honestly, I think that's not too bad for Fidgety's. The Rotor Rhythm comes through. What a tech there from Nothing, who's taking extra 50% damage on all these interactions. 2H is gonna whiff!
Fly like the wind with that rainbow on there afterwards. There's been a lot of things where like Nothing has been stopped just short of it, either with the spike ball, either with the Rodent Rhythm or anything on there. Even going into either empty hand or super jump opportunities, has been having to deal with these items from the get-go.
There we go, empty hand, and this time we're close enough to get the close normal. And now Fidgety's mauled in this corner. A great opportunity here for Nothing. Just gotta find the rest of the offense to close us out. One throw. Oh, and Fidgety's finds the mash, pushes Nothing back. There's sandwich between all these cannons. 6XL, not quite whiff punishing, but it does connect.
Demons does avoid the cannonball at least on it, but not from the 2M on the approach on their Thunder Flash. We still have to deal with the extra hit from the Roarin Rhythm. Going to give a full Raging Strike, Raging Chain, and the wall bounce and a setup on there afterwards. Fidgety sneaky with it.
Taking the throw manually twice in a row, nothing. How do you escape the situation? Ultimate empty handy side swap. Fidgety spends the last Brave Point. He's trying to get plenty of chip damage right here. But no, the Thunder Flash just out of range again to deal, as Fidgeties was so smart not throwing out any normals, not trying to get close enough with the 2M, but instead using those Dormouses to prevent that Thunder Flash from actually working. And now it's set opportunity, set game, I should say, for Fidgeties.
We're seeing that yet again for a third time on there. Nothing on the whip punish afterwards, but we're going to go all the way to the corner, set up the spike ball, have to force it on the block all the way down for nothing. Did that one more time, but this time triple attack. We're just going to mash our way out of the situation.
Second throw from Fidgeties. Nothing, puts them in the corner. These fuzzy mashes. 6 claw execution. Now you got to hold this cannon fire. The knock on the Dormouse comes through. 2H not going to reach. The BC comes out from Fidgeties, and now nothing. Taking a lot of chip damage here.
A lot of it, actually, yeah. And going to go in with the follow-up. Does get the normal confirmed on that. You bounce off there. Slide right in to set point for Fidgeties.
We're looking dire here for nothing. Early BC just to alleviate the pressure. I'll throw connects. Oh, and the mash from Fidgeties intercepts what was to be a throw crush with the Gate of Demons. Just claw execution. 2M is going to punish the retreat. The Thunder Flash will stop the offense. So that's why Fidgeties bust out with the ultimate DP.
Yeah, that's the first time that Thunder Flash has hit in a good long while, so nothing. Definitely trying to take their turn and continue it and run with it. Fidgeties was just like, no, let's go back here. It's my rhythm. It's my rodents, my rhythm. And throwing it out there with the virtually spinning rest one more time.
BC back here for Fidgeties. The heavy not connecting. Ultimate DP yet again, and Fidgeties 13 sets in a row. Serve as that counter pick that is fully functional, and I like what I see so far. I also like that I see that Dragalia and Fidgeties are throwing hands now. Let's get it on.
Yeah, once again, this is the run back for winner's side on that. Just a reminder from that. Dragalia took that 3-1 over Fidgeties at that point here. Time for revenge, or is it time to repeat that set?
Yes, indeed. Fidgeties sending Dragalia back to the full screen. But there it is, Ultimate Crescent Moon able to dodge around. We got to see if Dragalia is able to maintain that tempo that got him that victory. Now, if you count that previous set, Dragalia has 14 wins to Fidgeties 23. So, still a bit of a deficit here, but Dragalia is certainly going to be able to give us an interesting matchup here. Not a full hit on that DP. The star's bouncing around. Dragalia kind of freezes, expecting it to come back, I think.
All right, Setsuna actually clouded by the Trunk Bomb on that at that point here. He's going to go ahead and like take over that corner one more time. Just get the throw, and that was the last little bit that you needed to get first blood for Dragalia.
Battle 2. Engage.
Good so far. Plus frames off of that charge, Setsuna as well. Fidgeties does get counter hit in that situation. Back throw from Dragalia. Spot dodge. Gets Fidgeties out of that mix. Cannonball, DP from Dragalia though.
Yeah, waited for that opportunity on there just to get away. This time, second hits do not make it. It's a one-hit wonder at this point, but doesn't get anything on the follow-up here. Just going to go get the confirm. Trying to go into the Crescent Moon potentially from Dragalia. Got punished out of the way by Fidgeties.
Sides off of that super jump off of the BC counter hit. Fidgeties trying to create space. Has a shell. Is able to fire it with the cannon. Spike ball into Star. Now we got Cheese, so that does slow down the item aggression a little bit from Fidgeties. But look at that! What a 2M checking the approach.
One more time on there. Going to be game number 1 for Dragalia on here. No hesitation though. We're keeping up with the rhythm on here. Fidgeties ready to go.
With punish. Fidgeties able to recover in time after that with far heavy. SSL able to interrupt again. Dragalia just, it feels like knows when Fidgeties wants to make some kind of move and says, now's my time to swing with something. And Fidgeties like, you're gonna respect this gap, right? No, I'm not.
No, tried and true. Like, worked a couple times, but not all the time on there. We saw on that last match too, a 2M clash against Dragalia, but 2M moves Vicky a little bit closer. Dragalia was able to throw on there afterwards. This time though, on the Crescent Moon, already approaching with the throw into the rodent rhythm one more time, and actually keeping away on it. Doesn't want anything to do with the close range Narmaya.
Yes, indeed, and Fidgeties is actually getting a lot of recovering items in this set so far. I'm seeing tons of hearts, tons of cheeses. But, you know, they're still getting ample amounts of some of Belial's best items as well. The Rodent Rhythm able to deal with the Setsuna. Transients closes the gap. Fidgeties resets us a little bit of spacing.
Yeah,
oh, what an intercept. We charged the Setsuna.
Setsuna holding for delay, just trying to find out if Fidgeties can throw out any sort of item whatsoever. Enough time, double star all the way through. That's going to go happily go get the throw. Try to get a follow-up on there. 2M is going to get the punish for Fidgeties.
And another star again, actually able to intercept the Crescent Moon attempt from Dragalia. Suffocate with these items, but the cannons! The cannons facing the wrong way mean that Fidgeties can't actually throw the items onto Dragalia, so the cannon placement's sort of sabotaging the attempts at offense here. However, cheese yet again for Fidgeties, who again can't use the cannons to pressure Dragalia. However, Marching Teeth saves the day.
Taking it on there right at it, and right before that, with no hesitation, we're just going right back into it. Tied 1-1, real first 2 hours, endless fun.
Crescent Moon gets blocked out. The last 2 codes on Matcherino have been claimed. Thank y'all so much for doing it. At this point, it's all just donations. So please consider if you want to support any of our players. We are a bit of ways away from getting a top 4 payout. We would need another $87.50. We would love to see it happen, y'all. Make sure that nothing gets a little piece of this prize pool payout.
Yeah, still really grateful for everyone who has donated both like monetarily or claimed a code otherwise on it. As we go in, another round for Dragalia all the way through that. And we're trying to go in with the Setsuna early on in there. Fidgeties is not going to have any of it. Happy to throw out these long-range items and Dormouses.
Yeah, but Dragalia holding these Setsunas, I think, is getting him in a bit of trouble. Fidgeties starting to make adjustments and call it out. We saw the 2M interrupted there. The ultimate transit's going to work. Throw interrupts a mash attempt from Fidgeties. No confirm from that heavy. I mean, after all, you weren't expecting it to connect. I don't blame you. Trying to chase before the bomb goes off.
Yeah, I'm a fan of how Dragalia has been using the transients here so far in there, just to try to avoid it, threading the needle in a lot of it, but not seeing it at the moment this time. All 4 cannons coming out of there with the U-skill Dormouse, going to let the rats fight it out on there as Vic cheers them on as he approaches there. Gets denied with the BC on each side.
BC wins, but the 5L jab also didn't reach on Fidgeties. That's a crazy interaction. Transients goes to the gap. Try to close the gap before the spikes come through, but the DP so smart from Fidgeties. Would have covered the transient's approach, covers the flip as well. Decisive round right here to see who takes the early lead in the set.
Far away, but the Dormouse is going to reach its part. Hey, I have to get away. The Marching Teeth on the trap on their other approach. We're finding in there what a bob and weave coming in from Dragalia, going to go all the way into the corner here. Hits the combo limit pretty early on here. Go in, try to go in for the Crescent Moon one more time. If Fidgeties is hitting those buttons, hitting with the 6XL on there afterwards. Trying to avoid it on there. Use the BP right back from Dragalia.
There's a throw though, and Fidgeties has a heart in stock. Immediately goes into a cheese. That's pretty bad item roll, as you would prefer items that give you some more offensive pressure. Finally, a bomb comes through. Dragalia gets interrupted on a poke attempt. And with that bomb, we get a lot of damage, ending it with the ultimate DP. The throw, just out of range!
Just out of range, put themselves into the corner here, trying to go for the tech, but the 2M makes its mark. Fidgeties is going to take the lead in this loser finals.
Dragalia poking out with that far L with the sword drawn, just not enough to reach, and Fidgeties gets the counter hit. Interrupting another move on startup with that gloriously buffed 2M. The Crescent Moon completely whips against the backdash, and now Fidgeties gets a massive combo. Detonates some bombs, drops a star for more offensive pressure. Dragalia has to find a way out of the corner.
Spiked on there, but uses the parry point on there just to get out of the situation. Gets on onto the crumple, and a big counter hit. The sparks are indeed flying. Go all the way to the other side here. Use that range chain, try to build up to a Skybound art. It is going to get it on there. The Cloudscapes are incoming.
But still, you need one more hit. Fidgeties gets the back throw. You do roll a heart here, and Fidgeties would love to consume it, but waits it out, has a spike ball. Dragalia takes the turn, tries to fight. What a perfectly timed spot dodge from Fidgeties. However, you still block another hit, and yep, chip kill comes right on through.
Yeah, really terrifying moment on there with the spot dodge on there. The second one also getting through on there, but it's going to be keeping it alive here for Dragalia for just a little bit longer into the 2Ms, into the cannons, getting called out with the 6-6L coming in from Dragalia.
Taking offense here. Neutral jump. Dragalia just takes the turn, runs up. Surprised Fidgeties isn't really going for a lot of aerial item throws, right? To like stall the momentum or just create a projectile that Dragalia has to deal with. But either way,
yeah,
speaking of items to deal with.
Yeah, a little bit too worried about the transient in a couple of cases on there, but we are getting the DP where they count on their Fidgeties. It's going to get the hit into the Skybound art one more time on the follow-up. We do have SSBA for Fidgeties coming down into play if you can make it work on here, but you're going to stay in this corner. You're going to fire away. 6L is going to miss, and that is going to hit. Oh, that's going to be a lot of damage. Oh, no.
I mean, with this knockdown, all of a sudden it's Fidgeties' turn to put Dragalia in a guess for game situation.
0 GG at this point,
Chip.
too, from...
Oh, my... Clutch. Run up, DP.
Run up and do it. We run up and do it.
Run up and do it. I mean, Fidgeties would have had to have blocked. But, I mean, you got a no-health Narmaya running up to your face. Of course you're going to press something. Of course you're going to take a throw or swing with something. And because Fidgeties also spent all the Skybow gauge on the reversal Super Skybow arc, DP for them was not an option. Super smart decision from Dragalia. It's final game.
Yeah, now no fear. Put the no fear feature on Narmaya. We go in there once again with the DP, trying to find these whiff opportunities with the far range of the far age. Going to get clipped by the DP and continues the combo. What the heck, Fidgeties?
Fidgeties gets the hit. Dragalia down to 2 points. Fidgeties down to 1, so an extra 30% damage. Blocking the low. Dragalia now also down to final break point, so it's all 30% extra damage here as the game has gone turbo.
Enough to play though, all the items on there, but you know what? Beats all the items. Set Zuna from their crumple state into the confirmed. That is set point for Dragalia.
Battle 2. Engage.
Scary right here. Fidgeties making great use of the call and all of her positive changes, and I think the last balance patch that Granblue has had.
Into the overhead. One more time with the Setsuna. At least gets on the corner out there, and wide
What a
move
throw.
to go for the throw to get rid of the bomb opportunity. Using the Mario 2 to get out of the situation. Put a little bit of more room in between them, and stops off the U-skill attempt by Dragalia on here. Extra damage incoming, and the left-hand corner nearly.
Well, this pressure, Setsuna does reach. Transient's going to get us close enough. A little bit of a cursed spacing situation there. Crescent Moon gives Dragalia the turn, baits out the BC. Fidgeties holding on. The BC. Yo, luckily for Dragalia, that Raging Strike was just out of range because Fidgeties had the reactions.
Right. Absolutely there. Unfortunately, going to get the flash into the throw. No dice on it. Going to get the confirm. The door bounce misses.
Roarin rhythm. Run up the back row from Dragalia. Crescent Moon. One last BC is spent. The throw from Fidgeties. A picture-perfect finish. It's final game, final round.
Kodak moment being developed here in the dark room one more time for both players in the season finals. Wow.
Fidgeties gets hit. Dragalia, a lot of hits right now, but just like that, Fidgeties says, thanks for bringing me to the corner. Now you get in it. Pretty good item rotation. The throw again, too soon.
All right, Tree did it out there, gets clipped with a little bit of the choo-choo rocket, one at a time in there. Happy to throw out it and like get the gas on with the photo one more time. Forcing it out, pushed into the teeth.
6XL, but no confirm for Dragalia here. We get the anti-air stabilizing with the Raging Strike and the chain. Dragalia, can you find the finishing kill combo? I think Ultimate Setsuna is going to be the answer for it. Yes, that is. Dragalia double jeoparding Fidgeties in this top 8 tonight and is going to get the run back against Iago in Gran. My character, Iago, just got their 40th win over Dragalia in bracket. Dragalia is going to try to catch up to Iago's old record to win this entire bracket. Let's see how this goes.
And already getting avoided on the up dog in there, get a light little punish in like on there afterwards here. We never just kind of stopped any sort of a movement from Dragalia in there with the crescent move, pushed back into the corner as a result of the whip. So the stand switch on into play on there. We're going to go in count on the crescent. Follow up has the meter. Just going to go in for the reset and try to take back the turn, but the up dog says no. Get out of the situation.
Getting caught by these normals, however, and just like that, Dragalia lets another lead slip away. Iago able to take that comeback with the whip.
Again with the flexible blow starting out in there, nothing on the dispense. Afterwards with the same side, Crescent Moon into play. Enough time for a GG to come out of the play from Iago.
Goes for the low, trying to find.
Try to get with the throw, no dice for it.
The JL actually intercepting before Dragalia is able to get up there and smack Iago down. Iago just way too quick tonight.
Iago's definitely been on point with a lot of these calls. As we see here with the confirm, back into the vacuum we go. Going to get the stock down, sets up with the EX, GG, and it's going to be a finish. Game number 1 for Iago. Now remember, winner's side is Iago, only has to win the 1 set.
Meanwhile, Dragalia would have to win 2 sets back-to-back in order to take this bracket from Iago. So until we see the first set win, Iago is very much in the favorable position, and Dragalia is the underdog.
We're going back to that room here. Dragalia has a couple other characters. We saw the Xenophon come out. We've seen the Vikala come out from time to time from Dragalia as well. But we're keeping with that Narmaya. We're just collecting your thoughts, seeing what we need to do to make that approach.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Early whip on there, really denying Dragalia the space they need to move around on here. Low one more time in there, gun firm for days into the setup. One more time, GG coming out to play, and actually using the medium version of that just to get a smaller approach in there, stop the transient from Dragalia.
And as soon as Dragalia closes the gap, Iago spends the beast. He wants to keep Iago, or rather Dragalia, at that farther range. What a spot dodge against the normal as well. Dragalia whip punished beautifully.
Be able to realign that with the Raging Strike, range change, finish the job, add another round to the board on their side.
Looking a little rough here for Dragalia. As Iago once again gets the situation set up, gets the fuzzy overhead.
Again, dealing with that. Kind of keeping it into the clash on that. Timed it out. Get the wall bounce just because of the distance that is. Another time for GG to continue on the setup. Keep a plus afterwards here. And basically, Iago is opening up a jail exclusively for Dragalia.
Break points being spent very rapidly now. Kitsuna does connect. Big 2H here. Stabilizing with the Raging Strike. So this is a massive opportunity for Dragalia to take control of the situation. It's going to take all of Iago's break points away. It's basically a guess for game situation. Does Iago bust out with a DP?
Only one way to find out. We're waking up here. We're going to hold down the block on here for the side switch mix up. And here switching out into Genji stance coming in from Dragalia. Snipes it out from the distance. Enough time to set up GG. You're trying to push away from it, but it's going to be the reach, the extension of it from Dragalia, catching with the low to take that round.
Big opportunity there for Dragalia. Needs to find more explosive moments like that. However, Iago in full control right now, planning these GGs. Until Dragalia gets the hit, confirms it beautifully. Is able to space out and bait the Beppo Sikkim, so Iago, no Skybound gauge, but doesn't matter. The jump in connects against Dragalia. Side swap as well, putting them towards this corner. Iago, full control again.
Yeah, that was a brief respite, but not for very long in the scenario. We're back at it with the slight lead for Iago. Getting chipped away slightly in there with the confirm. Oh, that's going to be a nice little touch on here. If you're able to build up that SBA on it, you could definitely finish the job. Put one on the side of Dragalia, 1-1.
It's the first game Dragalia has taken off of Iago in the top 8 tonight. With the tried and true Narmaya, of course. So we might be in for the long haul here, but we will have to see Still much to be decided. Can escape from that corner. Drop the GG. Wake up Setsuna, ambitious, trying to sneak one in before GG can land. Gonna give Iago the combo.
Paid for it in dividends on there. Flying with the GG one more time. The collection on there. We're bouncing on it like we're body surfing into the SBA. The ball going to be fully used all the way in the corner. GG with the assist on there. No spike, but the follow-up confirm is going to get the round for Iago. What a play there.
I mean, Dragalia, I can appreciate the fact that you want to be aggressive, that, you know, you're not going to win just by blocking the zone forever, but that was 4 counter hits in a row. It was Setsuna get hit by GG, Transits get hit by a normal, Crescent Moon get jabbed out of it.
Let me in
like
here.
At some point, you just gotta block. Yeah, let me in! Let me in! Sometimes you just gotta be patient, and the opportunity will come, and so it has. Until Iago mashes.
Triple attack all the way down in a side switch to make sure you have the corner. GG coming out of it, and we're blocking that gear skill DP. Oh, the resources dwindling away.
Any damage on the Dragalia. Run up deep. No, disgusting Iago.
Nothing but net at the very end. Iago now 2-1. Winner side, grand finals trying to close this out.
I mean, Dragalia, if there is any signal that anyone could give you to block just one extra situation, it was that. We got hit by run-up old DP. But okay, we're finding the good opportunities to mash, and now we know the serotonin buttons are connecting, and thus Dragalia is never going to hold it down back ever again.
Oh, the teleport Crescent Moon gets away from the up dog altogether, and like you were saying a little bit earlier in the evening CD Mangaka, that is definitely a Dragalia Narmaya round. Oh wait, no. Okay.
There, we got it.
Okay, made it. Maybe
that would have been
good.
That would have been the goofiest shit I've ever seen if he lost from that position after that didn't kill.
I would fully take blame for the curse on that if that was the case on here. But we're still live.
You were trying to weave it, man.
I'm trying my best on that.
Thank God that's not your curse technique, man. Otherwise, Dragalia would have words with you.
All right, gets the side switch on here for Iago. Going to get a little bit of a whiff punish opportunity. Nothing for escape. Only the transient to be able to push a little bit of room.
All right, empty jump, blocking the Beppo. The run up though, Iago's going to intercept. As Kopi pulls up in chat. Shouts to Kopi.
Trying to do the flippy stuff. No dice from that. Setsuna also getting avoided on here. Looks like right now all avenues are toll roads. You gotta pay the cost if you want to approach Iago.
So the GG, 5U just for more chip. 67's gonna whip. Iago not able to get the kill, but I mean, it's coming. Oh Lord, it's coming. There it is, finally.
Just at that moment, that does mean it is tournament point for Iago here.
Now we can take us to a game 5. After all, this is a very close head-to-head record between these two. We would love to see that represented in tonight's game as well. And to be fair, rounds have been close, but Iago has certainly had more successes and more victories, and it's going to continue to look as such when you bait out that DP.
Galleon nearly working on it. Immediately uses the U skill on that. Going to get the chance for another U skill if they can get the opportunity. Still being locked down by Iago. Transient says no. Going to get the throw coming in. Having to hold it down with the plus frames. Using that BP to get out of the situation.
Blocking the Crescent as well. Iago down to a final break point. Does it even matter though? Dragalia punish on the 6XM as Iago takes it incredibly cleanly 3-1 and is your